Hi, chat. Hi, hi, hey. Hello? No, I'm here. Okay, right, listen. I had to mess around with all my sounds yesterday, and I thought I set it all back up properly, except for some reason, the entire source I use for my music is just gone. So now my music's coming out of my desktop, and so I can't split it, and I can't adjust the music very easily. Hang on. So I'm gonna have to... You're gonna have to bear with me. There may be no music today or a different music. Sorry, I had to false start because I pressed play on the music and went, oh, it's broken. So bear with me because it might be a bit odd. Or we might get no music or whatever. Because it won't remove it. I don't want to mute the entire VOD. Hello, hi chat, welcome back. Hey, nice to see you. I'm sorry, I missed you. Hey, what's up? Oh god, this breaks my brain so hard. And we can never hear the music. I know I always have it quiet. So I feel like I'm just gonna probably just not have music today, but it's gonna be really weird for me. I apologize. Maybe for you also, but if you can't hear it normally, then there's no problem. Have you had a good time? I did have a lovely time. Oh, see, there's new music now. There's different music. Oh my god. Okay, wait. I might just have to go musicless. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to just entertain you purely with the sound of my dulcet tones, okay? I'm gonna have to just do this solo. This is really weird, actually. This is very odd. I don't know why I don't like it, but okay. What if I sing the music? Yeah, I'll just sing. I'll just a cappella sing all of the songs, all of my instrumental songs. Hello, SED, thank you so much for 3 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Wait, why is my alerts? Oh, my alerts aren't here either. Why aren't they making noise? Oh my god, I fucked everything up. I fucked everything up. Oh, Jesus. You can hear me, I presume. You can hear me speak, right? Bring back people talking, let chat do the music, literally. Why is that not working? Have the Minecraft music in game? Yeah, I don't see why not. It's basically, it's not split out, which means that it will not get removed. And if I play anything that has DMCA, it'll get muted. But I feel like it might just be easier for me to just raw dog this one, you know? And just have it be a non-music-y stream. I'm gonna put some text on the screen though. We're gonna have ads starting in a little bit. It's gonna be me talking anyway, so I think we'll just... Hugo, why don't you go on... If you can play some music as well. Consider that. Play some music yourself in the background if you're on a computer. Hello, Essie, thank you so much for 3 months. I don't know why that's not working. Why everything... I went through a whole mare yesterday when I started. I start messing with my audio, and it will then take me 3 hours to fix it again. Sorry, no music. It's broken. and so is the fucking... Why is that broken? Why are the Twitch alerts broken? What's that about? Hello? I'm gonna have a little bit of like tech support stuff right now, but I don't, I'm gonna have a look now. Hi Luke and hi Bonk. Hello. Bonk, thank you so much for the 53 months. Hang on, let me do the thing. There we go. Thank you for the 53 months, Bonk. I appreciate that. I will have to try and fix the audio. Why is that not coming through? Why aren't we getting through? I think we're gonna have to just change it to that and hope that that works. We'll have to see when the next alert comes through. And I missed the ad queue. Oh my god, I'm a mess. Thank you so much for watching the ads. I will see you guys, the ad watches, in 3 minutes. Non-ad watches, I hope you are good. I hope you're good. Do I have any fully DMCA guaranteed playlists that I can play? Any old ones that I think this is a Rats one. I think. Is this right? Oh, this is a throwback. There we go. I put it on quietly, I guess. Because otherwise I hear it way too loud. And then I can't speak. It's really weird. Sorry, guys. Are we in... What fucking year is this? What year is it? Hello. But when I'm playing the game, I don't think I'll be able to play the music. Because it will actually just, like, distract me so bad. We'll see. We'll see. I know I have my music quietly anyway, so, you know. But how are we doing, chat? Welcome back. We're gonna be actually finishing off the books today. I have actually, because I'm awesome, I've pre-pasted all of the books that we had left on the list, and so I can just load them in without even pasting. So it's going to be rapid fire getting through the last, like, I don't know, 10 or so books, and then we'll be good to go. I'll be able to put them on the shelf and dye them all, and etc, etc. I know there is music now on that. This is wrong, but it won't be music when we're in the game, okay? Built a barbecue? You built one? Like, from scratch? I feel one day I'm gonna have money and space that buying a barbecue in the UK is gonna be, like, fine to do. It's gonna be an okay decision. Because right now, it's good. In the UK, we get maybe, like, 5 to 10 barbecue days a year. And I'm like, well, can I be bothered to invest in, like, an actual barbecue properly? It was a bit shite. No, I'm sure it was great, Luke. Balcony barbecue. Get the balcony barbecue. Just piss off every neighbor. How about that? Piss off all of them. But it's what, yeah, I mean, the thing is about buying a barbecue, nothing against it. I know that people like to grill. I feel like we just don't get enough time in the UK to use them. Hello, Shrek. Welcome back. Hi, Nightgown. Nightone. I don't know why I think your name's Nightgown, but it's not. Nightone. Thanks, Sophie. Hi, Sophie. Friend has a barbecue, and that's how she knows she's in a different tax bracket to me. I don't know what it is about buying a barbecue. It's a specific thing. But it's also just, it's what your priorities are. If you like to grill, then sure. Welcome back, ad watchers. Thank you so much for watching those. I didn't warn you, because I was busy dealing with my broken audio. But once people talk coming back, there is a big pipeline, the Becky pipeline, and there's lots of things planned out on the list. So I can't tell you when, but soon. I guess. This year, maybe. It's only a dinky one. Oh, yeah, is it like the little one, the little round ones with the little lid? Barbecue sounds so good. You know what, though? A lost art for, like, summer eating, okay? A lost art, picnics. It's all barbecues now. It's all, oh, let's go get the barbecue out. Let's have barbecue on the beach. Let's get the grill out. What happened to sandwiches? What happened to sandwiches? What happened to, I don't know, just picky bits? What about putting it all in a little basket and taking it to a park? And I'm really like, I'm in a really picnic mood lately. I've just been in a really like, I want to go to a park. I want to sit in the sun, and I want to lay out a little blanket and drink some wine and, you know, eat some nice sandwiches that I made. Insects galore, barbecues, they can't fuck with you. Valid, but I think with picnics, you just got to be smart about what you're putting out, you know? Wasps love orange juice. They love sweet things. So you got to just be careful about what's, like, uncovered. Because I find they just kind of leave it. The gentrification of picnic. Kinda. But there's something rough already about a barbecue. And I feel like picnics are almost the gentrified version. To be honest. Get Rob to take you on a picnic. I'll ask. I'll check. I'll be like, Rob, take me on a picnic. But I like to make sandwiches, so. Bugs are everywhere. They are. And there's, like, a shockingly low amount of them, actually, lately. So it's better than normal. Knowing my luck, though, I'd accidentally I'd plan a picnic and do it on, like, Flying Ant Day and have a terrible time. Sounds like a dream. Sounds like a dream. Fire ants in a park. Where are you guys picnicking? I sit down in a lot of parks and there's no fire ants. There's no fire ants. Rainbow, thank you so... Okay, why are they... Those aren't playing. The alerts aren't playing. I don't know why they're not playing. I have no idea. I'm going to try and do this and see if they make any noise at all. But thank you. Thank you so much, Rainbow Lava, for the 13 months. I appreciate it. Guys, you got to pay attention. Grab the sub, because there's no fucking noise anymore. I have to tell you to do it. Got jumped by a random dog. That's valid. That's valid and an actual threat, to be fair. You gotta be careful about the dogs. Nothing stopping me from doing it. I know. I'm gonna do it. I know. I just had forgotten. And, like, in my head, when it gets hot, you heard it? Oh, you guys hear it, but I don't hear it. Oh. Hi, Bonk. Hi, Bonk. Okay, if you guys hear it, then you have to do the grabbing hands thing, because then otherwise I won't notice, okay? Got jumped by a random dog. That's valid. That's an actual threat, to be fair. You gotta be careful about the dogs. Nothing stopping me from doing it. I know. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I just had forgotten. And, like, in my head, when it gets hot, you heard it? Oh, you guys hear it, but I don't hear it. Oh. Hi, Bonk. Hi, Bonk. Okay, if you guys hear it, then you have to do the grabbing hands thing, because then otherwise I won't notice, okay? All right, great. You guys can hear stuff that I can't hear. Cool. Hate flying ant. They used to live in a square that had giant cement turtle in the center, and the flying ants would cover it. It's fucking wild. It's what I hate it, man. It's gross. It's gross. We're gonna jump in the game. I'm gonna boot up. Yeah, plan is we're gonna run through the last 10 to 15 books that are left that you guys have written. Very awesome. Put them on the shelves, and we're gonna then call that the end of the community library project thing. So stream chat's pretty delayed. Usually it's fine. Make sure you refresh. It seems fine right now. Question mark. Daddy Longlegs was at work the other day. Oh, so I went up to Sheffield on Friday for Friday night because it was Eloise's birthday bash. It's actually not her birthday yet, but it was her birthday party. And I got to go and see my friends. I got to see Eloise. I got to see Owen because Owen doesn't live in Brighton anymore. And this is very sad. And so now I have to go and visit Sheffield to see him. When before he lived like 10 minutes away. But I got to see him, which is nice. Which is really nice. It was good. It was lovely. It was sunny. It was epic. And there was this. So I stayed with Eloise and Ollie, and we were talking. We were about to go to bed. We were talking, and then across the room, I just suddenly spot the massive spider. We proceed to stay up an extra like half an hour just trying to get the spider away because none of us wanted to go to sleep because we were like, well, the spider is here now. We can't sleep because we don't want to lose track of it. And it was going across like near the ceiling. And we were having a conversation. Suddenly Ollie just goes, it's dropped. And we look, it's gone. It's like fallen down the fucking wall. And we all just, we like jump out of our seats. And we're like stood there trying to fucking figure out where this spider's gone. Worst. Like, there's one thing to see the spider, one thing to stop seeing the spider. The only thing worse than spotting a spider on the wall is losing the spider on the wall. Do you like Pochi? Pochi is a joy. He's lovely. He liked me, I think. Me and cats I don't gel super easily with cats because I have a large dog. And so my like way that I know to interact with a pet is to kind of just go, oh, good boy. Oh, goodbye. Yeah. Like, so I kind of come on I'm a bit, yeah, oh, wow, yeah. But I was told just, let him come to you. So I went and sat and was very good. And he was very sweet. He's got massive eyes, big eyes, that cat. He's a very cute cat, big eyes. And he was being a big sweetie, and running around and things. It's very nice. So I got to meet Pochi, which is lovely. And spiders when lost another fear when they pick up pace. Oh, it's when they start running. Did you watch Eurovision? Unfortunately, no. I'm not a Eurovision person. I never actually watched it. I watch I see clips and certain songs or the most played songs afterwards. I just never watched it. My parents never watched it either. Spider over scorpion. Oh yeah, yeah. And we're talking, when I say there was a big spider, we're talking in British terms. One thing I love about this country is that our wildlife size and danger caps out quite low. The biggest spider is kind of this big, maybe. The biggest house spiders are kind of that big. You don't really get them bigger than that unless you're right out in nowhere. We have one venomous snake, and that's it. We don't have scorpions. We don't have bears. We don't have big cats. Our most vicious things, wildlife-wise, probably badgers. I think we got rid of the wolves. So when I say big spider, I'm talking British big spider, which isn't very big, which is nice. I like that, by the way. I'm pro that. Huntsman spotted in Dover. Well, they're not supposed to be here. We've got scousers. We have got scousers. That's true. The dangerous wildlife. Screaming. We have foxes. They scream, but they don't scream because they want to kill you. They scream. I think they just scream because they're kind of horny. I think that's all that is. I think literally that's it. Okay. I'm going to turn the music off because I don't want it to overlay over this the game. So we're gonna just go silent, and I'm gonna just try not to go crazy when that happens. I hope. The scariest to me is a free roaming cow, but cows are quite nice. Cows are friendly. Okay, I'm now aware that you guys can hear the alert noise and I can't. So Eric, thank you so much for the 2 months. I've been loving the art you've been doing, by the way. I really do love it. I really appreciate it. There's like not huge amount of people doing Bekyamon TR Becky art, so I appreciate it extrally much. So thank you so much for the 2 months as well. And Blake, thank you so much for the brand new primer. Yo, with the prime sub. Thank you. Wow. But yes, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I hope you're the best. But yeah, no, I mean, our wildlife is kind of chill. Like, they're sort of chill. Like, I've, with cows as well, like, is that on fire? Ooh, hold on. A fire has broken out in the realm. Oh no, I wouldn't want anything to explode. It's been quiet around here. I mean, I'm saying this because the music is gone. It's been quiet around here lately, I will say. And I'm not one of those, oh, it's dying. I'm like, it's just the last few times I've logged on, there's not been many people on. You're welcome right now to be like, oh, there's a new bridge. What? Racing bridge, cool. Did someone try and set this on fire and it's kind of awkwardly failed? Oh, okay. The badgers are, yeah, I think badgers are kind of nasty. Someone blew up spawn. No, they blew up, Roz blew up her own castle. The Green Gate Bridge. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that rolls off the tongue, but whatever. It's fine. It's cool. But the place our Highland cows and the horns just look like they can, yeah, that's fair. You don't want to piss off a cow. They're large, they're big guys, but I feel like by nature, they're not angry and full of rage. Lots of non-life steal. Yeah, I mean, but there's non-life stealers that also have not been here. But I admit that I am also on early and I may just not be up late enough, you know, and I'm 27, so, you know, that's chill. I don't know. I've just got really good core memories of cows. I like cows. That sounds like a weird concept. I grew up in a city and I went to, you guys have probably heard the story if you've been here more than once. I went to a Farms for City Kids scheme. It was like a stay away school trip when I was, I think in year 5. I don't know what age you are, like 8 or something. When you're like 8, I went on it was like a trip you go on. It's like 5 days. And you stay at a farm and you work on a farm, which I'm realizing is just a way for the farmers to just do less, because they had us doing boring shit. They had us wheelbarrowing dirt for like 3 hours, just filling up wheelbarrows of dirt and then moving them and then filling them up and then moving them, and that was our day. But one of the things that they had us do, I just a story again. Look, I like telling stories multiple times, okay? They said they brought us into a field where there was loads of cows, and they just told us to run across the field. And we turned around and we started running, and I was a fast runner. That was my claim to fame as a primary school kid, is I know the physique is not really carried through. But when I was younger, I was one of the fastest kids sprinting. And I ran really, really fast. I heard screaming behind me, turned around, and the cows were just joining us. So they were just like, they were properly jumping, like bounding across the field. It was so cute, and it made me very happy. And so I like cows, and I don't think they can do any wrong, actually. Unlock new stories since you got married. I know. Thing is, though, it's because my brain's so trained not to mention him. I still struggle to mention him, you know? Penny's doing that Web Bones event. Full shells have been lost in dudes. Luki, Bagmore, and Amy the Ross have been here. Yeah, I just haven't seen them. They're cows. But yeah, I like cows. They're just fun and nice. They're nice. The nice new Highland cows are in this version. I love that they added those. I really do. Okay, hold on. Right, let me get the books out. So I said this one while the ads were running. I actually went offline today. I opened the game and I pasted all the books in, but I on like a single player world, and then saved them, saved the book files, and then I'm gonna just basically be able to like press upload and then upload these books really quickly, so I don't actually have to paste any of them because I'm smart. So we will be able to go through these a lot quicker. I do want music, guys. I don't like that it's not split out, but I do want music. But I mean, I think this will be okay. I'll just put that old DMCA playlist on. I just like having music. I feel awkward, even though like you guys, I know you guys can barely hear the music. It's really quiet. I just feel awkward myself without a little background noise in my head. But I think that's a me problem. A friend of mine had to get his car painted because the cows kept licking it and it wore the paint. We could pretend the music's on. But why do the cows lick the... Why do they want to lick the paint so badly? Arnie's got... speaking of, like, randomly licking things, Arnie's got this new weird habit. This is /Jen. Does anyone's dogs do this? So Arnie has just got this thing, and he's not always done it. He'll drink water as out of a bowl. He is a dog. Arnie is a golden retriever, for the record. Arnie will drink water out of a bowl, and then he will proceed to go to the sofa and start licking the sofa, like to dry his mouth, I think, or to dry his tongue. Every time. And I tell him to stop because I don't want him to lick the sofa because that's gross. Because he's a dog and he's got a dog mouth and he just licks the sofa. Why though? Why do they do that? Is that a thing? Is he got problems? He hasn't always done that. Your dog does that too. I know that some people's dogs do need to dry their mouth, but he's never needed to. And he's also started to like, he'll drink water from his bowl and then lick the side of the same bowl. Like lick the edge of the bowl. And then sometimes he'll drink the water and then lick his own legs. Itchy tongue. One, if it is itchy tongue, that sucks. Dogs licking sofas, because I have a dog. He licks the sofa. I'm asking a question. Buy a little mouth dryer to go next. I don't know if he's smart enough to understand why he's doing it, though. Like, I don't know. He's started doing it in the last, like, 6 months. Weirdo dog. Weirdo dog. Likes perfume, she'll rub on you and lick you if you're wearing any. Oh, that's crazy. Because also, like, I don't know if you've ever accidentally gotten, like, I don't know, if you've ever had, like, perfume or anything, like, on your hand and then, like, I don't know, like, licked your finger. It doesn't taste good. Perfume doesn't taste good. Has a new hobby. I mean, and, like, I respect that. The boy is allowed hobbies, but it's really odd. It's a very odd hobby. He really likes the couch. He does sleep on that couch now. So maybe it's that. But I don't know, man. I'm just wondering. And now I've asked that. Dude, whenever I have to... I'm always careful now because one time, and like, I'm not having to go at anyone here. Kinda. I think I did talk about this at the time. One time I was talking about Arnie, and then someone like tweeted at me and said that I needed to go to a trainer about him. And I was like... somebody who didn't know. Because they had just somehow gathered that he was naughty and untrained and I hadn't done a good job at training him and I needed to... And I was like, sorry? If he sleeps there, maybe trying to mark his territory. Yeah, but I'd expect him to wee if he was marking his territory. But Arnie tried doxing Tommy in it. I really hope that this is a joke and you don't actually think my dog spoke English enough to dox Tommy. He's just a dude. I know you guys are extra forgiving to that dog. He can do no wrong in your mind, and I'm glad. Arnie could be smart. Hope could be wrong. He isn't. He's just not, and I love him for that. Okay, like it's just I like him. I like how dumb he is. He's a baby. I'll show you a picture of him. Hold on. He's a precious baby boy, and like, so I said I met Pochi. Hold on. This is my boy. This is my son here. Yes. Oh. That's him. That's my child. My baby. what I like, because I met Pochi and he is a lovely cat. He's very sweet, but he'd like be happy for me to pet him until he wasn't. And then he'd just sort of go, and then he'd leave. And I'm like, yeah, that's a cat. I love my dog in the way that he never does that. Because like it's weird, like because I'm not used to cats being in the house. It's weird walking into a house and having to wait for the cat to just be like bothered enough to come and say hello to you, because I'm used to my dog who will just love everyone that walks in immediately and want to be the best friend and never leave them alone. He's actually, to be fair, cats have boundaries. Arnie doesn't have boundaries. He's not one of the dog. I've been quite careful though that he's not one of those dogs that like jumps all over you. Like a guest comes in and they're just all over them, because I don't personally like it when dogs do that. Hello, camera. Come back to me. Where's my white balance gone? Why am I so dim? Camera, please. Brighten up. Hold on. Can we get... Hang on. Hang on. Dogs like that used to scare... Why is it just not... It's just not... Okay, well, let's see if we get back to it. Why is just... That's just broken. That's just great. Can I, like, shine my torch at it? Does that work? No. It's gone dark. Anyway. Dogs like that used to scare me as a kid. Yeah, I try not to let him do that. And he's quite good. He says hello, very excited. And then, but once the person sits down, he kind of just sits down as well, which I love. I love my dog. He's a baby. My computer is just saying, fuck you, actually, Bekyamon. You don't get music. Your music's just going to be baked in. Your camera is just not going to be bright enough. Why is it bright enough? It was bright. Where's my phone case? I don't have one. Apple Care is my case. Nothing's gone wrong yet. Okay, so I was saying I can now load books from file. I can pull these books from files that I previously made, which is cool. So I'm going to go through the files, the ones that I've done. Just a warning, these are the longer ones because they are the last ones. So they're going to be longer, but I don't have to wait for them to paste, which is nice. Nice for me. Do a dog stream. He comes in sometimes. Oh, there we go. We're not dark anymore. Yay. This week, actually, Rob's away. So any streams I do this week, I will have to feed him at 6. So I will need to leave and feed him, and he'll probably come in and hang out after that. But yeah. Also, one of the streams I'm doing this week will be a sponsored stream. We haven't had one of those in a little bit. So it's away again. I know he travels a lot. He travels a lot. So if you could come and hang out with Dad, I think that'll be on Wednesday. You're a little sponsor. So it'd be appreciated if you come to that one. I'll make it a fun, good stream anyway, but it'll be also just a sponsor. Bekyamon getting the bag. It's the easiest and best way to support a streamer, by the way. Monetarily, is to just come and hang when there's sponsors. Always, thank you. Hi, Nerdpunk, by the way. Hope you're good. All right, let's get into these books, shall we? This one is called The Bookworm. This is by Lady Dragon. Lady Dragon 77 has made a few submissions, but I will allow it in this case. This is just a little bit of prose, okay? We're going to run through these. I think, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11. So there's not that many, and then we can shelf them. And then the book project is done. All right. In the quiet corners of the realm, Bekyamon preferred books over battles. This is true. Her library was a sanctuary filled with ancient tomes and forgotten knowledge. While the world outside buzzed with action, she found peace in the pages of her books. I need to turn this... I'm assuming it's louder for me than you, the music. One evening, while lost in a book on magical artifacts, Prince Sam and Pilly burst through the door. Bekyamon, there's a meteor shower, and one of the meteors crashed near the castle. Near? We need to investigate, but no one knows what's inside, Pilly exclaimed. Bekyamon looked up, eyes alight with curiosity. A meteor, you say? I might have something to help. She pulled a thick tome from the shelf, flipping through the pages. Prince Sam raised an eyebrow. Do you have a book for everything? Bekyamon smiled. Knowledge is power, Prince Sam. If you're going to explore a meteor, you should be prepared. She handed him a book which detailed magical properties of meteors and their hidden dangers. Be cautious. Some meteors carry unstable energy. As the two left, Bekyamon returned to her books, knowing her quiet wisdom helped make the world a little safer. Some treasures, after all, were found in pages, not in battles. True. Sunny, thank you so much for the 11 months. Grab that subby, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the book, Lady Dragon. A little bit of prose about me and the library, which I love, and that's very sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's quite funny that this was like one of the meteors crashed near the castle, because this was obviously written before a meteor crashed into the castle. So we're going to just, you know, it's just kind of funny. It's kind of funny timing. But yes, thank you, Lady Dragon, for that one. All right, next one. What's my next list one? That one is done. This one. Doop-a-doop. Okay. Let me upload it. Okay. This one's about, I think, what does it say? Inspired by the There's a Hole in My Heart and I Can't Find the Bullet lyric from Firearm by Lizzie McAlpine. P.S. The library thing is cool, really cool. Rar, thanks for the effort put in. This is called The Hole in My Heart by Vespera. Thank you, Vespera. Thank you for the rower and the notes as well. That's good. Whimsical. Thank you. And thank you, Sunny Ellie, for the 11 months again. Appreciate it. We have a newspaper out that we will when I have a minute. I've been quite busy. More busy than I intend to be. All right. This is inspired by a lyric. Drops leaking, pooling into crimson glass beads from dot. Is it full? From dot to zero, it enlarges its. Oh, right. From like a dot to a zero, like a big hole. It enlarges itself until it can't take it anymore. Falls from the weight, lands somewhere. Staining scarlet, drying burgundy, leaving behind mahogany washcloths soaking wet. The cycle repeats over and over and over and over and over and over. There's a gaping hole, ugly, rotting, trying to find the bullet. Maybe it inserted itself some time ago, now rusting with blood, camouflaging into flesh. There is a choice. Yank it out, flush the toxins, remove the corruption, let the blood flow, freely spilling out like bottled tears, resentment-filled violence gushing out of empty tunnels. It might kill me, so would the latter. I choose to plug it, laying eggs in my heart, spreading till it fills my soul, devouring whole. Nice. Very cool. Thank you for the hole in my heart, Best Para. I like that it kind of ties into corruption, but it's also just more of a like, has it been there a long time? I like that. Thank you, Vespera, for that one. What is... Oh, yeah. Thank you, Bonk, for putting all of these commands in. I appreciate that. Wife. I'm Beckymon's rat wife. Might want to... Bonk, you might want to... Oh, we've got Zing already. We've got Zing. Zing has been done. I think I did Zing. I think we want to probably amend that rat wife one just to have I'm Beckymon's... I'm something's rat wife. Oh no, L did that. Okay, what? Maybe whatever. Leave that then. It's Eloise's quote command then. She can have it. All right, next one. Thank you so much, no, thank you so much. Yeah, Vespera for that one. Appreciate it. All right, next one. 331. I should have done more of them like this because this is faster. So this is actually like multiple chapters of a book, but we already had a book by this person in the first round, and this is a second one. But it's like a submission. This one's a longer one, but it's within the limit, so that's chill. Riker, right? Was Riker here? Riker might be here. Hello, Riker. Right, thank you for submission. This is creator and then HC 2 to 4. So it's like multiple chapters, right? Who are you? I state quiet. Who are you? I state quietly. No, sorry. Okay. Who are you? I state quietly with my fear overwhelming me. This is not the track for this. Okay. Who are you? I state quietly with my fear overwhelming me. The entity smiles and stares with intent written on their eyes. I guess it is best to say now, who am I but the creator, the reason for this world, and the reason you have lived as long as you had, unfortunately. Confusion takes over my fear. How could I ever be connected to you? Was not the similar faces and body shape a dead giveaway? Yeah, why steal my form? I giggle a little as I speak. Is it for talking reasons, or... Creator laughs hysterically after my question. It spiked my fear once more. That is bold coming from you, saying I stole your form when the situation is far from the truth. That form you inherit, it is mine. Hysterical eyes stare into ones of shock and disbelief. Why do you think I address you as such, as my creation? Because you are. A disappointing one as well. Disappointing? My words held confusion and rage. Yes, disappointing. Every world I created for you, every world I let you explore, the very reason I made you was to experience my creations through your eyes, all wasted. While speaking these words of malice, a glowing purple scythe appears out of thin air and is clutched tightly by Creator. Creator waves his scythe around like a maniac while making his claim. My fear grew stronger from every swing too close to call. I have countless times before presented you a canvas, whether it's from me or someone else, and instead of receiving a painting, all I receive is paint. Tiny, worthless splotches of paint. The chaotic swinging of the scythe stops as the creator calms their anger. I know, right? It will be authors. Dude, there's been some crazy pieces, dude. It's mad bunk. It's /pos, I mean, obviously. I thought my adversary would rise to my mindset, possibly become better than me. Creator lets out a hysterical laugh. I've given you my mindset countless times and the path opened for you. It failed every single time. Creator stares out into the void with a smile riddled with disappointment upon their face. I guess you're as worthless as how people perceive you. That statement piqued my interest with the contradictions as he fails to state. I just want to say, piqued. That's the correct one. Yay, good. A lot of people don't use the right one. But if I'm a creation that you gave a mindset to explore for itself, then why expect a copy of you? Creator turns to face me with a stare that could kill. You are me. You were made for the purpose of my chaos. Yes, I gave you your own consciousness, but immortality would have given you my mindset anyways. There are countless moments of me directing you towards my beliefs. Some almost succeeded. The problem at hand was how blind you were to make them fail. Creator then takes a few steps closer to me. And now you appear in my main domain, the domain I ruined for fun. I have projected my voice out of you many times. You have listened. You have followed the path for a while. I'm gonna probably pause the music, I think. Now look at you, wasting your lives more than a demigod. Creator appears closer and closer with each step. I scoot away slightly. Creator sees these movements from me and points the end of his scythe towards my chest. I've given you my form and you have wasted it beyond repair, which is why I seek it back, to finally give it purpose. Before Creator's strike with the scythe stabs my chest, I get up on my feet quickly and back up to create some space. My voice and motion stumble in panic. But then you're removing my soul, the soul you created as well. Through every word I said, I stepped back quickly enough to begin a running motion. Purple vines of corruption appeared from the void and grasped my wrists and ankles, thus stopping me in my tracks. I tried to shake it free, but the vines kept wrapping around every part of me until I was enveloped by them. My screams for help were silenced by the vines crawling into my mouth and throat. Ew! I choked screams and cries as Creator walked slowly towards me. All creations must be brought to scrap once in their lifetime. And when did you ever have a choice in the matter? Creator smiles through my pain as they bring the scythe up, ready to strike. You are my creation. Beforehand, I set you free, but now you no longer deserve such gifts. Before the scythe strikes my head, I wake up from my dream to a figure shaking me awake. I barely pay attention to who awoke me as I lay my hand on my shaky chest. Through blurry eyes, I see tears upon my face. Glowing purple tears appearing from normal halfling eyes. I begged myself to stop as each tear sealed my fate. Ooh, glowing purple tears. Cool. That's cool. It's got a little bit of like the harbinger of the fourth. Is that the vibe? Or is it just like, oh, something's wrong. Thank you, Riker, for that one. That's really, really cool. I like that. What do you think of it? I think it's great. I think it's really good. I like it. It's like a kind of, I think there's like, it's tricky to use the whole like, and then I woke up, but like it was a dream. But I think it's like when it then is this like, actually it's so realistic. I don't even know if it's not real. I like that a lot. Thank you, Riker, for that one. I appreciate it. Appreciate the submission. Thank you. We're gonna pop this in here. Peak. It was peak. Thank you. Silent Movies. Thanks. Thank you. Full named your ass. Thank you so much for the 12 months. Yay! One year something's the coolest first ever. I also graduated with my master's yesterday. Oh my god! Congratulations! Yay! Can I hear this? I can. Yay! Thank you so much for the 12 months. Congrats on graduating. That's insane. A master's. That means you're a master at whatever you're doing. Yeah, do you mind sharing what the master's in? Hi, Doc. Hello. Hi. How you doing? Okay. Next. Are we doing the next one? Let's do the next one. Thank you, Riker. Let me pop this into there. Okay, this one's called An Angel's Grudge by Tamrin. It's cool. It's about an angel with a grudge who recounts some of Bad Boy Halo's adventures and his failures. Cool. Let me pop this in. That one. Have you got to stream again? Yay! I was also away, so it's not, yeah. They knew what their masters were in. No, listen, okay, Bonk, you come back and then you start calling me out on all of my slip-ups, okay? Now listen. I need to be able to make errors. For silly Billy, do you know what your masters is in? Hmm? Social psychology, cool. That's sick. Are you psychoanalyzing me? Are you masterfully figuring out the social psychology? Are you social psychologying Twitch chat? Because God, that would be crazy. I think that would be a messy thing. It's actually quite interesting, I think, the psychology of Twitch chats. Anyways, next book, yeah, it's called An Angel's Grudge by Tamrin M11. They figured me out. Hi Nature, what's up? We're being perceived. You are always being perceived. I'm perceiving you every time. All right, Bad Boy Halo, is that what you call yourself now? Trying to forget your name, your first sin? Because I remember. You guarding that sacred gate, a fellow angel stabbed me in the back. Do you regret it? It doesn't matter if you do. You are rightfully sealed under the Euphrates for your misdoings. The river water filling your lungs, chains wrapped around your limbs, the only embrace you deserve. But then we lose track of you. You vanish, but we find you, then we watch. Oh. And Lord above, was it a treat? It must be karma that you ended up trapped in that loop. With a crimson dragon infecting your soul for a cycle after cycle with that boy of diamond skin by your side. Imagine these are like references to past SMPs he's been in. The only one stupid enough to stay by your side. Oh, and that island with that poor child soldier that you saved, all grown up and safe like you hoped. But look at him now. His sins rival your own. And that eats at you, doesn't it? One of the first good things you did after you lost your wings, and now he's lost himself. This is a QSMP, I assume? Let's not mention your poor imitation of a family, children of dragon and metal with false flesh, but still children you loved, and with all your heart. But it wasn't enough to save them, was it? What was the use of loving with all your heart if it is rotten? Ooh. The Keepers would never admit it, but they chose you because just like all the other Outworlders, you failed. They choose failures because they need to feel like failures that they are also redeemable. Ross fails to feel at home. Amesy fails to find the happiness they thought they'd find in the death. And you fail to protect your family. I know it eats at you. You wonder every day how you could have failed after you tried so hard. But think about it for just 1 second and ask yourself this question. How could an angel of sins why can't I read? How could an angel of sins as many as yours be worthy of a family? You never were. The answer is simple. You never were and you never will be. There's a reason they are safe behind the pearly gates and you're stuck here, doing heaven's bidding in the slim hope you'll be able to see them again. So keep hoping, keep praying to the home who will never see you as they once did, because heaven won't answer, not for you, not this time. Cool, angsty angels. Oh, it's about Selbit, I see, okay. Little angsty angels. Thank you, Tamrin, for An Angel's Grudge. That is not what I paid. I literally just didn't. Hello? Can I copy this? Thanks. Bup. So good. Very good. Thank you, Tamrin, for that one. That's the direct ref, so. That was fire. Fire! Okay, hold on. Next one. I'm just going through my big list. I've got a big list, chat. I'm so damn organized, okay? Allow it. There's a lot of things to organize with this thing. Surprising amount. All right, this one is quite long, but it is within the limit. This mission is meant to mimic a magazine or journal of sorts, but it's focused on eco-friendly magic, and there's a lot of Realm references in it. So keep an eye out for Realm references on this next one, okay, chat? Eco magic. There we go. Oh, love an organized queen. There's a case study for Utrecht University about exactly that within a specific games community. Oh, really? Analyzing social behavior about, like, in whatever's in Twitch chats. It is a really interesting topic, I think, personally. Obviously, only if you're, like, kind of into it, I guess. I'll turn this off because I have got music on. You know, I can see why that's a study, because I think that there's just, like, the very interesting little... You guys all, like, a lot of you guys know each other because, like, you say hello to each other, but it's just sweet. But then also I'm here. I'm like your like overlord. Like what the fuck what's the social psychology of that setup? You know what I mean? Yes, Straight Jacket, this is yours. This is Straight Jacket Kickboxer. It's called Eco Magic Review number 1. It's about a... You missed mine. Tamarin, I literally just did yours. We loved it. If you like scroll back a little bit in the VOD, it is there. I'm the party host. And listen to these fucking tunes. No, that's a joke. My music's broken, so I can only use my DMCA free playlist. Okay. All right. In a world that's constantly changing, we, the Silver Branch Coven, have set ourselves the goal to guide magic users on their way of practicing magic more efficiently, effectively, and sustainably. Magical Eco Radar News Headlines, May 2025. New flight spell threatening ecosystems. Wizards Weekly has reported a rise in deforestation. In their survey regarding this development, most appear to point towards Nirvana as the reason. It is. The Silver Branch Coven still needs to investigate the type of the nature of that new type of magic, but regardless of its nature, we find its ecological impact to be concerning. Oh no! Rising number of Keeper encounters. As indicated by magical distortions, we are registering increased Keeper activity in the region. The Silver Branch Coven... Oh, I didn't italicize this. Hold on. Why can't I... Hello? Silver Branch Coven wishes to remind you that the Keepers are deal-making creatures, but unlike Fae, angelic, and demonic beings, there is not yet a rulebook for interactions with them. We therefore advise against making deals with them, even if they offer you puppies or talk to you in your dreams. Corruption levels rising. The presence of the entity we call corruption has strongly increased. Witch Dr. John has issued a magical health warning concerning the matter and the Oracle of the High Horses has prophesied the harbinger of the force has arrived in this reality. We want to urge you to approach corrupted areas and individuals with caution. Oh, Jesus. Some magical professionals advise to carry sculpt charms as they are said to have a warding effect. However, we want to emphasize that the safety of such charms is not proven. Increased chance of meteor showers. A meteor shower will mark a good chance for magic users who draw their power from the celestial bodies to practice using spells and to conduct rituals. We however, want to remind you to not cast spells on the meteors. Especially not enlargement spells. There have been reports of entire houses getting destroyed. This is so funny because this was written and submitted before the castle was hit by a massive meteor. So the fact that it's like, we really don't think you should enlarge the meteors. And then it's like this ridiculously large meteor has just got taken out the whole castle. I know that's like not actually it, you know, that's like just the story, but it's so funny. Houses getting destroyed because of such magical pranks, and punishment could result in getting sentenced to jail time in the cell of who the Realms locals call John A's dad. Magic tips for the modern magic user. Part 1, magical equipment. Wands and scriptures have been tradition in our field of expertise for centuries, leading many magic users to scoff at the thought of changing their habits, thinking it to be blasphemous to the holy or unholy nature of magic. However, as magical research has shown... using alternative means to old school practices does generally neither impact the effect nor potency of the spell. Unless you are practicing alchemy, in which case we advise you to consult the respective specialist literature. We recommend Quick Spark's Guide to Alchemy for a beginner-friendly overview. Is that a No Dice reference, Straight Jacket, or were you just lucky? A genuine question. Is that a reference? I need to know. Did you just make up Quick Spark? I mean... That's great. I love that. It's so subtle. If you don't know, in the No Dice campaign, the D&D campaign that I'm in, that's on Toby's channel, there was a NPC called Valiva Quickspark, and this is a written, you know, a quick spark. I love that. It's a great nod. Great nod. Wands, even though not as vital for spellcasting anymore, have traditionally been a staple of magic. With the recent trend towards deforestation practices, there is room for criticism of the wand industry. Some modern magic users have turned to freehand magic usage instead, both due to concern for the environment and convenience, or due to their field of expertise, e.g. necromancy. That being said, there is no shame in utilizing a wand still if this is your preferred method of casting, but make sure that its materials are sourced sustainably. I love that, like... The wizards and witches are causing deforestation because they are making too many magic wands. Like, that's great. It's like, consider you don't get a wooden wand. Like, do you need a wooden one? It's a bit wasteful. Like, consider, like, wandless casting, guys. I've always been a fan of, like, fantasy elements and then how that shapes like what its actual impact on society is. I love the idea that there's like eco groups that are like, hey, consider that you might not need a wand because it takes up valuable wood. That being said, there's no shame in utilizing a wand still if this is your preferred method of casting, but make sure it's materials. Oh yeah, short sourced sustainably. Do not buy teleportation sticks or similar wands from stranger keepers and snails on the street, as it will be impossible to track its production process. This is true. Scriptures and written spells remain wildly important for magic users, especially because written deals are celebrating a revival. Yay! Nevertheless, it is to be noted that some areas dependent on paper can be transformed. The invention of the Realm Pad TM is said to bring a communication revolution. Instead of using copious pieces of paper, the Realm Pad TM allows for sending instant messages. Unfortunately, the prototype of the technological marvel has gone missing. Not the Realm Pad. I think I've mispasted. Magical tracking of the prototype has stopped working ever since the Realm Pad has disappeared in the so-called null. The Silver Branch Coven hopes that its inventor, Hope Corp, can retrieve the lost device to resume the R&D process. That's nice. I like these references. Besides the specific tips we have given, we'd like to point out that the majority of magical equipment can be repurposed. For example, you can use your polymorph cow to switch to a cow-powered energy system. Board gear mention. And furthermore, some fiendish tongues may insist that cauldrons make great bowls for punch or whatever alcoholic beverage you may prefer. We invite you to be creative. Wisdom of the day. The wisdom of the day comes from a short story written by the investors. Beware of sea pilly. The Silver Branch Coven would like to extend its most appreciative thanks to the Bekyamon Publishing Library for giving us a chance to publish our work. Thank you very much, the Silver Branch Coven. I appreciate that. Straight Jacket, that was so good. I love that. I love in-world stuff. You know, like, I mean, I write an in-world thing, so I love like in-world publications, and because I think it's a really nice way of like looking into what could happen, because there's like, oh, watch out for keepers, don't make deals with them, because we don't really know what their terms are or what the rules are of making deals with them. That's so funny. Thank you so much for that one, Straight Jacket. Very good stuff. Okay, let's go next one. Okay, this one's about Newt and TR Lukey. I think they've called him Lucas, but it's Lukey. So it's a bit of prose about that. It's kind of on the long side, but not crazy. I think it might look long when I paste it, because is it this one? This is called Poncio. I don't really know what that means, but that's what it's called. No, it's not that long. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for writing it. Lucas is correct to law. Oh, is it? Okay, cool. You guys have to tell me these things. I'm not close to, you know. Right. Okay. Red is the color of the simple dress that Miss had worn as she affectionately welcomes him into her simple floral boutique. It's packed with streams of broken sunlight, chartreuse-colored leaves, and dusty walls. It's the color of some place that is soon to become familiar. Red are the flowers he noticed were picked away to be made into a bouquet when she guided him towards the back of the building. She goes on in a soft and upbeat tune about how happy she is to see such a bright young boy like him take an interest in working at her shop. Really, it's just to make ends meet, to stop having to pinch money from miscellaneous jobs that asked too much for the pay he'd get in return. But then again, taking a glance at the woman's sweet smile and shiny eyes, it was more than just a pay that made a job. So red is the colour, again, of the line he wrote his name onto with the hopes of making things work out in this new kingdom with these new faces for the sake of an old friend. The ink is shiny, runny and wet when it leaves the instrument and carves out into the characters of his name, Newt. The ink is black and it smears. Hello, welcome in. Purple is the shade of the amethyst shard Lucas flaunts after coming home. His hands are turning a salmon shade from the labour and hard work he put himself through while assisting the men at the docks. His job-searching ventures are equally persistent as they are fruitless. It is Newt who covers his fingers with gauze as he goes on with a loud voice about how he managed to acquire the thing. The story is nonsensical at best, but the dramatics of such a simple tale tugs a smile at Newt's face as much as he tries to stop it. This one's about, it's about Lucas and Newt, like in law. Lucas declares after his hands have been properly bandaged and after Newt lightly berates him for being careless that this new stone is his lucky charm and only good things will be there to follow him from here on out. One sec, I need to blow my nose. Well, like sniff. Okay, sorry. All right. Lucas twirls the thing in his hand, and Newt silently hopes for nothing more than for that to be true. He can find the color purple growing on him. It's the 1-year anniversary of the red that consumed and destroyed their home. Since red licks of flame and ember gave Newt a reason to hate the smell of char and smoke. Since Lucas's eyes lost a fraction of his childish naivety and whimsy. Newt fiddles with his own lucky charm, a lone red poppy of a set of flowers that weren't quite nice enough to make it into a bouquet at the shop. Sorry, I don't want... For some reason, after I start reading, my nose gets all fucking weird and I need to, like, sniff my nose really hard. No, not his whimsy stocks. It's really weird, but I mute while I do it because it, like, it doesn't sound nice. Newt doesn't mind, however, because it gives him the chance to bring something home with him, a touch of colour in living quarters as barren as his. It's Lucas who lays next to him quietly, twirling his own lucky charm in hand. The purple hue has faded a bit from sunlight exposure, yet it's persistent to remain all the same. The silence breeds in the room, and Newt takes to what is familiar, picking off petals of his little flower to press into the palms of his closest friend. Aww. It is a habit, and Newt is childish in this way. Lucas is quick to smother his charm in the petals, and Newt wordlessly watches his neatly pressed petals grow creased as they reach out between gaps of Lucas's fingers, almost desperately. The petals are red, like blood and life and fury, and maybe even the expression on Lucas's face, and the purple crystal is persistent because it is in its nature to be. And wordlessly, Newt thinks he understands. The red of frustration and black of bitterness has sparked into something a little more new, something blinding like white dwarf stars collapsing in on themselves. It's pure and certain and a promise. It's a thought for their future and for something better to come for them. It's white-hot glimmering hope and dreams and stuns Newt. This is so sweet. We will make our own luck this way, and he offers a grin that for the first time in a while reaches his eyes, and Newt continues to watch wordlessly as his arm begins to grow fatigued for remaining suspended, intertwined with Lucas's for far too long. And Newt wants to believe him, and maybe part of him does, because when that red grows into a burning, irresistible desire, it burns and it bleeds into something new, he realizes, into something white. Oh, that was lovely. That was really sweet. I felt like I really got a good, like, it was very intimate, not in like a weird way, in like just very, you know, I'm making this canon. So this was written by Kenozumin. It's called, I don't know, it's called Ponso. You can see the name of it there. Keno? Oh, you guys know Keno? You know who Keno is? Okay. I will let Luki know about that one. The new lawbook drop. That's oomph. Oh, hi Keno. Hey. That was lovely. That's really well written. Me as like a person, I was like making sure to try and read it all because the sentences are quite long, but I really like the way that they flow because it feels like a train of thought. It feels like it's almost like getting away from you. Like reading it got away from me, but I think that felt like the point, right? I was so shy. No, dude, it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Oh, sorry. The title is French for poppy colored. It's almost like you knew that I was wondering about that. So it's largely built off my interpretation of my own headcanons. Listen, it was lovely. It was lovely. And the prominence of the color red in writing, and also Newt's association with poppies. Color choice were more of an instrument to help guide me through what I wanted to say when coming up with a good idea to write about. Well, you did it really well. I really liked the motif. The purple crystals. TL Lucas being unable to acquire a proper job, born to be an unemployed hamster, I guess. These are in the notes, by the way, that Kenna put in. Very nice. The white color associations were meant to tie Newt and Lukey together. Red to white. So that's very cute. That's very cute. Very, very nice. Very nice. Thank you so much for that one. How do people write? Step 1 is read. Read and then write. And then write more. And then write more. And then write more. Okay. This is really interesting because this is the second book that follows the idea of like long-term effects of potions, which I think is great because we've actually had another one of these where it looked into like how long-term usage of potions can mess you up. So this one's another one of those. It's called The Effects of Invis by Gem Draws. Thank you, Gem, for submitting. Okay. The study of the long-term effects of potions on one's mind and body isn't a new one. However, this research has largely been dominated by the effects of health, regen, poison, and damage, or the potions most commonly used by warriors. The effects of other potions like water breathing and night vision have barely been studied, if at all. Today, I'm summarizing my research into the effects on the mind and body due to the long-term use of invisibility potions. Hi, Gem. To establish my control, I first took a blood sample and applied a basic dose of invis to it and put the slide under a microscope. This way I would know how the cells react under normal circumstances. As expected, the potion began to take effect. The magic made the cells become transparent with no abnormal reactions. Satisfied with my control sample, I laid out 3 more slides and administered blood samples to all 3. From there, I set up a contraption for each slide to give a steady dose of invis for each length of time. 1 for a week, 1 for 3 weeks, and 1 for 5 weeks. I'll study them under the microscope every day to monitor any changes, but beyond that, it's a waiting game. Sample A, 1 week. The cells in the sample behaved as normal for most of the time. Towards the end, I observed something odd about the cells. Normally, you can see the magic slowly leaving the cells as the potion wears off. This happens at a standard rate, but it seemed to be happening at a slower rate. Sample B, 3 weeks. The cells again started as normal, but around the 1 week, the rate of magic leaving slowed and continued to slow. Sample C, 5 weeks. The cells followed similar behaviors to the first 2 samples. However, the magic stopped leaving the cells altogether and stayed invisible. This is so cool. What is this realm world called? Oh, sorry. I'll keep reading this one. But this is it's an SMP. It's an SMP, which ironically is not even a story-based one off the bat. It's just a server with creators on it, and it's just all of this stuff, this world building, this lore, these characters are either been made by creators or just you guys being really great. And like you're just reading into what are the effects of potions? I don't know. I didn't make this. Interviews. I soon set off across my realm to interview someone who claims to have been affected by long-term invis use. I met the man who is part human and part indiscernible feline creature. He mentioned how he had been under invis for a long time on a recon mission. He revealed under his gloves that half his fingers were still invisible and that his toes looked similar. He mentioned heightened paranoia and erratic behavior. Let's go back to like a previous song. Mentioned heightened paranoia and erratic behavior. What he said matched with a previous interview with the young blonde half-imp who resorted to invisibility as a coping mechanism. In conclusion, through my research, I've concluded that long-term exposure to invis potion can cause the body to slowly turn invisible even after the potion wears off. It starts with the extremities, the tips of the fingers and toes. They're still fully functional, but due to the cell mutation caused by the constant influx of magic, the cells stay invisible forever. This is so cool. I also have discovered that once the effects of the potions stay physically permanent, the addictive quality of the potions increases at an exponential rate. This makes sense, as the change in the cells will alert the body and can trick it into thinking it's beneficial, therefore increasing the body's demand for the potion. The psychological effects of being invisible for long amounts of time are noticeable as well. Paranoia and erratic, uncontrollable behavior are most common with a variety of intensity. Thankfully, none of the cases I saw personally were too extreme, but if it makes you wonder if somewhere out there someone suffered a tragic fate that no one would know the origin of until now. Yeah, what happens then? You just become permanently invis. Yeah. Thank you very much for that one. I appreciate it. Thank you, Gem, for submitting that one. I think they're super interesting. I really love it. It adds to world building massively. I love that. What the fuck is Amy talking about? Also, we're going to get ads in a bit, so I will wait to do the next one until the ads are done. So it'll be a few minutes. What? We also had one which I think it went into invis a little bit as well. It was about like the brain, the mind, the invisible mind forgets that it exists. I love like that sort of thing. And then like, yeah, I like the idea of like permanent invisibility on the extremities. I just think it's really clever. Like Yagami bisexual. Okay, sure. Good for him, I guess. You ready for MCC? Define ready. Am I practiced? No. Am I... Oh. Hiya. Okay.
Like Yagami bisexual.
What's this bit? Where does that come from?
He's bisexual.
Is he? Okay. For L?
Lesbian. I'm so tired, Bekyamon. Let me tell you about my day.
Okay.
So I woke up.
Okay.
Then I went outside. I came back. I fell asleep in my bed. And woke up thinking I'd slept through the entire day. Turns out it was just 4 p.m. Now that's ruined my day now.
Why has it ruined your day?
Because I feel like I should have woken up later, you know?
What do you mean you should have woken up later? It's
like,
4 p.m. You woke up at 4
you know,
p.m. and you should have woken up later.
No, because I've been out already. You know, but I fell
What time did you wake up the first time?
11.
And then
I went back to sleep. By accident, by the way.
Right.
I'm not well, by the way. That's also a good point, maybe.
I know you're not well.
In the head.
Mm-hmm.
Sick
in the head.
Yeah! Because I kiss women, isn't it?
No, I didn't say that. Many other reasons.
Oh, okay. Name 3. If you know me, name 3 of my issues.
Name 3 of my ailments.
I like these shulker boxes.
Thank you.
No color coordination. Or is there?
No, not really. Small but like category.
I like this. I like it.
Thank you.
Wow, that was fun.
Well, this.
Oh,
wow. So you woke up at 11 a.m., went back to sleep, woke up at 4, and and you should have slept for longer, not less.
I know. I feel like I should have.
What do you mean? No, I don't know.
My body doesn't. So I woke up in a panic, like a pure panic and sweat, thinking my body was like acting as if I'd been asleep for like 12 hours. Like, I woke up as if I'd been hit by 3 cars. I was sweating.
Okay.
And I checked the time, and in my head, I was like, oh my God, it's going to be like 9 p.m.
But it was 4. That's good. You get more day.
I know, but I think my body's jarred because of it. I think my body's like, no.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my day. How was you been?
Good. I woke up at 8:30, I think. And I walked my dog. It was nice. It's a nice day.
It is a very nice day.
Did some work, and then I made some lunch, and then I did more work.
What did you have for lunch?
I had a little salmon and rice bowl.
Oh, you're crazy, Wildcat.
Yeah, it was yummy.
We actually can't take you anywhere.
Well, you could take me like Japanese restaurant.
We can take you one place. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Are you doing community submissions?
I am. I'm just nearing the end of them now. Like,
I'm so proud.
And then it's all done. I just shelf them, dye them and shelf them, and then I'm done.
Dye and shelf and then done. That's awesome.
Yay.
Have you seen the castle?
Well, no. Not lately.
Have you seen the lack thereof of the castle? What
happened there? I would like your account too.
What do you mean anyone else lose focus when Amesy's around? I want you to go ban yourself from this chat, fool cruel. I don't... What do you mean? Okay, my bad, but you can't focus when I'm around because I'm that much of a bad bitch. Actually go outside, go touch grass, and think about what you've just said. And I want you to come back and write me a 3-page essay on why that was not okay.
And why,
okay, and maybe I'll put it in the community.
Also, why Light Yagami is bisexual.
Light Yagami, bisexual.
True.
That's what I thought, full cruel. I bet you fucking focused on that, didn't you, pal? Yeah, I bet you fucking focused now. Bitch. Sorry, I'd like to apologize. Full cruel, Light Yagami, bisexual.
True.
As I was saying, what happened with the castle?
Yes, explain.
So there was a castle.
There was one. I'm aware of that one. That's a fact.
No, there is not.
No, and how and what happened to it?
So, have you heard of meteors?
Yes, I have.
Brilliant. They're not involved in the story. I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Okay.
So basically...
I'm familiar with them, though.
Yeah, familiarity. So basically what happened is bada bing, bada boom. Light Yagami is bisexual, but that isn't involved. Sorry, I'm quipping. Stimming, 50 gold. I'm just taking my meds. And the Ross, there was sand. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this in one cohesive line. Are you ready for this? I'm not gonna get distracted. There was sand. There was sand on the castle.
Yeah.
There was sand on the castle. Someone put sand on the castle. It was me.
Yeah.
I put sand on the castle. Then after, I was like, hey, what if we just start pranking everyone? Retaliation.
Okay,
number
prank
one.
wall. Yes.
Number one boss.
Okay.
So we start putting. So we had the idea of. I was like, oh, let's put glass all in the cathedral. No, in the green base.
Okay.
And then Ross and Ollie were like, let's waterlog the cathedral.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is such a crazy prank that I would never even thought of because it was very debilitating to get rid of. But Ross for weeks and weeks has been like, I want to destroy the castle because people have stolen a lot of things from there. And I think Ross has just got this like mental strain with the castle now where it's like, it's better if it was just gone. Pope John Pork died.
I know, I heard. He drowned in the waterlogging.
He did. We're gonna have to have
So if we weren't already going to hell, we definitely are now. Because we've not only like made a blasphemous pig pope, we have also killed him.
In a prank against Bad Boy Halo, of all things. Imagine that.
We'll need to do another election, I think. Where's the white smoke?
We need to. That's what I'm saying, man. I'll light one up tonight. Don't worry, there'll be white smoke coming from my house.
Okay, sick.
So
yeah,
anyway,
the warlog the thing, glass on the other thing, and then and then Roz had been saying she wanted to get rid of the castle, and then what?
For a while. So basically, the sand was like kind of the straw that broke the Ross's back. So
and that was you. You did that.
Yeah, I did that because I'm awesome and so sexy, and I love sand. Me. So then we made a beach because we put the cathedral in water. This castle was in sand.
Yeah.
Then someone logs in by the name of Mr. Bad Boy Halo, and he goes, "My muffins! What did you do?"
Okay.
And we're all like,
that sounds
don't
accurate.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, no, don't know what you mean, pal. Just a typical day on the realm, really. And turns out it was not a typical day on the realm. He was very upset. Don't know why. It was such a calm.
I can probably imagine vaguely why, but yeah, carry on.
Anywho's you got to. So something.
Bad
anger.
Then what?
Bad. Then Ross basically got. Ross asked a keeper. There's new keepers.
Have you ever seen like any videos of where like there's like somebody's got like kittens or something in like a pen.
Oh, the BuzzFeed and the videos, yeah.
It's like there's just the kittens constantly are like trying to get out of the pen, and so there's an attendant or whoever owns them, and they have to basically do a sort of constant cycle of grabbing the kittens and putting them back into the middle of the pen. And that is how I feel like I have to do, but with your train of thought. I'm like constantly like knocking you back into the like straightforward line so you can get to the next bit. Like you're like going off, you're like, oh, hey, who's what's these? Well, at the end of the day, it's night. Like, you're gonna be bisexual. I'm like, no. Okay, so what did Bad say after that?
I'm adding that to my soundboard. Any who's he wants it. At the end of the day, it's night. You're gonna be bisexual. That is my favorite thing you have ever said.
That's just what it is. And then you were saying, and then you just started like yapping, and then I was like, okay, then what did he say? And then you're like, yeah, and then there was the keepers. And there's new keepers, and I'm like,
there are new keepers.
We'll get to that. So then what happened? Then what?
No, because that's crucial to the story.
Okay, so there's new keepers.
I forgot. But the new keepers.
Established. There's new keepers.
Yeah, so they're new and they're not very good at their jobs.
Okay.
Because Ross asked the keeper, because we spent like 3 hours filling the castle with glass, pure glass, took us ages, and then Ross on a whim goes, hey, what if I just ask a keeper to like do the rest, like on like just the top of the roof? And the keeper's like, yeah, man. And just does it.
That's crazy. With no like payment?
It was like you have to make a statue. They're very, very
They like their statues, bloody hell.
Yeah, they love their
They'll
statues.
do anything for a statue.
It's crazy. And they were like, yeah, why not, lol. So this is why it's important, because then when Bad logged in, after me and Ross had headed off, I was coming back on to film the cinematic, and I turn my little head over, and I just see a keeper and Bad Boy Halo standing at the lack thereof castle when there was one.
Yeah.
And he's made his own deal to completely fill it way more than what we did to the other one.
With what?
But with glass. But it was a master plan, it seems, because then I think.
But then but their whole thing was also filled with glass. Was it not the same?
Exactly. No, that's what I'm trying to say. But like, this is why it was funny though. Is because Bad then goes, oh, I guess we're gonna have to make a deal to get them both removed.
Right.
Or something. Oh, the keeper said that. I think that was #OOC. I think that was the keeper's way of being like, we've messed up here. Can we please remove this?
Yeah.
And then they were bickering, and so I was like, guys, really good idea. Let's do that. Like, let's get rid of it.
Okay.
So they did. They got rid of it. But the waterlog still remained, and I was given the task of trying to get rid of it, so I was going to do that the next day.
Yeah.
However, I log in, and Pangy is crashing out over it.
Yeah, because there's water there.
Yeah. So Pangy is, like, removing it. I try and talk to him. He is not gathering at the main point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, goshy gosh. I've got an appointment in, like, 30 minutes with Water Munch. I don't have time for this right now. But then he comes into the castle and he's being very, I'm gonna do an impression.
Okay.
Which is, by the way, I still haven't spoken to him about this. I understand completely why he was mad. I was just really confused in this moment, but I'll do an impression. I was already in here.
So I'm
you.
you.
And he goes, Ross. And he goes, ha, well, you griefed. And I, like, fully stood up. And I was like, what did you just say? And I think I had, like, you know, like Attack on Titan, when it's like when Eren clutches the necklace and he gets all the, like, memories and all the paths. I had that, where I was, like, thinking of every time someone's griefed the castle, and I was sitting there going through all of the paths, and I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's no way this pangolin has walked into the castle of all places.
I think that, like, I also can't, I love, like, a serious delivery of the word griefed. Like,
yeah, no, you griefed. And he was, like, he was with his full pangolin chest, by the way. All his scales were rised. And I think that is what got Ross. Because Ross literally did this. And, like, fully just gasped. And I stood up then and I was like, huh? And then I don't even know what he was saying at this point. I kind of tuned it out because I thought I had missed something serious. So I was like, am I lost here? Because what is going on? And then he said something going on about the griefing. And then he walks away. He said something mean. And I was like, we've just gotten you back. What's going on? And then he left.
Okay.
And it was just such a funny line delivery of just going, you griefed. And all I could think about in my head was like, Ross.
I would have started cackling, I think.
No, that's what I did. I think I muted and
just
went,
at the delivery.
Like, and then, yeah, I think that's what broke Ross's back then, because in turn, a couple of other things happened.
Ross broke her back?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Is she okay?
The backbone is gone, man. It's broken,
no, it
pal.
wasn't there, bro. It was never there.
The thing is, she got one because she got really, really upset and mad, and she, like, shouted, and then she was like, man, it was like the Light Yagami bisexual crash out, not the bisexual, but the Light Yagami crash out.
Right.
And then
what, she got a chip and eat it?
Basically, she got the chip.
I'm gonna get a chip.
She got the chip
and eat it.
I'm gonna get the TNT and explode it. But then it took like 4 hours of deliberating, basically, of whether or not she's gonna up the castle, because she has been on this for about like a month. I am on her side on that point.
Why is the backbone happening? Her destroying her own build.
No. I mean more the backbone of her actually shouting at people back. Because like she like started laughing manically. Like she was mad, like really mad. And that in turn.
There's llama on the roof. Why is there a man up there? Get off my roof.
Don't worry, they're coming for me.
They've got you.
And she got really, really upset, really angry. And then a couple of I don't want to speak for her. A couple of other things happened, basically. And then she decided the only way that she's going to be basically content, because it all comes back to the castle, is if there is no castle to go back to, in a way. I guess it's like that kind of... And she has been feeling better. It actually worked. Maybe it's placebo. Maybe it's not. I'm not a psychiatrist. I've got too much going on. But...
well, yeah, God forbid you're a psychiatrist. Bloody hell.
Like, Yagami bisexual.
Well, exactly.
Anyway. Bro, I'm a psychiatrist. They like ask me the problems, and I'm just like quipping. I'm like, dude, that's freaking not cool. Any who's whoopsies. Always. They're like,
I'm bathing. So then.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, well, now listen. On a real one. This is all in character for the record. I just want to clarify.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me log back in.
I don't get.
You looked beautiful today.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Okay.
I miss when I was able to play with the TikTok slime eye. Can't do it now. That would just be weird.
You can play with something else.
Wow.
I got horns. See, that's fun.
Horny. Then. All
Not
the time.
The first time in this room, is it? Okay, carry on.
They're just going, okay.
The amount of things we've gone up to. Okay, carry on.
Okay,
yes,
now,
carry on. What was up? Yeah, now I'm looking.
Me, I can't really get my head around that.
That makes sense.
What, like the logic loop of I care about this thing so much that it really upsets me when people mess with it. So I'm going to remove it from existence because I care about it so much. So I get really upset when people get. But there's this logic thing which I do not understand.
Do you want me to give you a bit of insight from my head?
Okay.
As someone who gets catharsis from blowing up my own builds too. I mean, I blew up my old tower. I blow up anything that has any collection or memory of me in the walls because it's like, I think it was less of the fact of she was so angry at people destroying it. I think there's a lot of emotions lined with it, you know? There's a lot of empty memories in the castle that just don't exist anymore. A lot of souls and things that no longer go there. And I think what broke it was a lot of jokes directed at her. It isn't just a one reason thing. It isn't just people were griefing it for months, and so
what were they doing? The throne?
No, I mean, like, that's what people. No, I mean, that's what people like saying. Like, oh, people were like doing this, so that's why she destroyed it. There is a lot for it. There is like, I think she just fell out of love with the castle.
Just move out then. Put it up, Mark.
Exactly,
put it up on right move.
The problem is boy, who's going to be buying it, lads? It was covered in sand at this point. My bad. Guilty.
That was you.
Guilty.
That wasn't even green. Did you tell her that it was green?
No. God, no. I told her it was me.
Okay.
Wait, do I have to... Wait, hypothetical. If I am told to do something... Or say that I okay, this is completely hypothetical.
Is this in character hypothetical? Or
yeah, in character.
Okay.
In character hypothetical.
Okay.
This is not related to this.
Okay.
If somebody, let's say if you were asked to like do something or say you did something by someone, but then that person goes around and tells people they did it anyway, do I still have to tell people I did something? Or you have to tell someone you did something?
If person A tells you that you should say a specific thing, but then they go around and say a different thing.
Yeah.
Then, like, no, not really. I wouldn't say so.
Okay, one sec. Can I have an out of character moment?
Yeah, you're covering for someone, aren't you? In character.
did Bad say that? Because he did, right? Because Bad did tell Ross.
Okay, in character, I figured out that you're covering for someone by you asking that hypothetical.
Yeah, of course. Because he did, because Ross was there when he was telling me everything I had to do because of what's the word?
I don't know if my chat know. My chat are kind of, we'd be reading books.
I recognize some ghosties names, trust me.
We'd be reading the books in it.
Ghosties, don't randomly
we
go silent now.
We got literate ghosties up in here. We got literary ghosties in this bitch. What the heck? Get it out of here.
You already broke a deal with them once, maybe not push it. Actually, shut up. Sorry, that was just mean.
That was a bit mean. Like, I mean, okay, so hold on. Before this sand thing and such, what happened to the castle before that? What's happened to the castle? Other than, outside of, like, there were thrones. Thrones got removed, but then there was a permanent throne.
Mm-hmm. So basically what happened was, am I gonna try and backlog the start of the server?
No, not really. More like the bigger ones, I guess. So a lot of the big reasons were specifically when Foolish died. I think that's when the castle became tainted after it, because what led was that, certain people keeping it a secret, but then using it as a reason to kind of overthrow the castle. That's where the first kind of big boom came from, Put in a big sign. Are there 5 of them?
Bro, there's probably the big sign above the castle saying the king is dead, as well as stealing the throne, as well as removing some signs and stuff like that, and making it a point that every time Ross would log in, somebody would say in chat, "Oh, Ross, we're taking over the castle," to the point that Ross didn't want to go to the castle at this point.
I know there were lots of threats, but
yes, it was
there
wasn't a constant
thing.
I
feel like there wasn't actually many like actions taken past
I guess
the point.
it's one of those things that in Ross's, I not to like sit here and go, oh, maybe this is how Ross thinks, but I think when you have enough people that do constantly say like, we're going to do this, but then don't, but then enough people on the other side say they're going to do something and they do it, it's a difficult thing to kind of wrap your head of what's happened and what hasn't, you know? Because, I mean, think of it in Ross's head. She's been in fight or flight mode for the last 5 months, right? She's always, there's always, I'm not saying that Ross hasn't done bad. She has a very big guilt of victimizing herself in situations. I've been on the other hand of that. The same way that I've probably put her through the same grief. And it's a difficult cycle that she's in where something really bad will happen. And I think, I think it makes sense to me why the castle is gone. Because as someone who's seen her from the...
What the hell's going on up there? Okay.
But as someone who's seen her reactions and stuff like that to people just constantly kind of using the castle as a quip to be like, I'm taking it over, Ross, and there's nothing you can do about it, which seems to always be the case. I think she just fell out of love with something that she held so dear. So it was like, how can I deal with this without destroying it? And like I said, I can't really judge her on this because I
think the like outcome though is just a massive W for the opponent. The people that she's trying to stick it to is just that they've now the castle's gone and theirs isn't, and they didn't even get blamed for it. I
think what it is though, I don't even who's told you that she's doing it to stick it to green? Not to stick it to green,
as in she's gotten rid of it, but it's like it's whatever reason it's caused a W for green, in the sense that like if griefing was the problem, then the ultimate griefing is to destroy the entire building, and it's now been destroyed, and they didn't have to do any of it. Yeah, I think honestly, in a logical sense, it makes sense why we think like this is just given the opponent the upper hand. But in the emotional sense, I think Ross was never going to be happy. Oh, and... Emotional. Oh, wait, a big point of it, which I totally didn't just remember from chat. Thank you so much, lady. I'm sorry for shouting you earlier. Another thing was, I remember, because the sand was on the castle for like 3 days, I'm pretty sure. And no one cleared it up.
And it was really sad because... And don't use this against her or anything like that. I know you wouldn't, but
I don't use nothing against no one.
She kept coming on every day and going, and I would go, do you want to clean it up? And she'd go, no, I just want to wait for one yellow to log on and see it.
And that's sad.
I would be like, no, what if we clean it up and make it pretty so when yellow are back, they can see it? And she would look at me and she'd go, no, trust me, today someone will come on and help me clean it. Somebody from Yellow will come on and help me clean it. And they never did. It was me and Ollie and Bad that cleaned it. And I feel like that's a good representation of how Ross feels right now. It isn't a big faction war, or it isn't a big green did this, so Yellow did this. I think there's a lot we need to consider why. And I feel like that's a good point. It's not exactly anyone's.
Well, I was going to say, fault. I feel like there's probably some anger at like the king. Oh, yeah. Possibly. Because, I mean, like, for that to all happen. King. Why? He's in charge.
But like, laddie. Laddie, right?
You speak the truth.
You're speaking the truth, the language that I like. No, I think it's a weird thing of, that's where a lot of her distaste has gone to, because I remember her saying to me of, well, nobody else is gonna.
I think I think this could be anger towards the king. I mean, is it not like not wielding the power of the kingdom strongly enough against green, which meant that there was not really any way to stop the attack? Is it not that they weren't really there to help / combat that at any point? And that's it's not a democracy. It's a monarchy. They'll it's a rallying around one person. If that person isn't there or isn't doing enough, then that's his fault. That's what you do. If that's the case, you can't just choose not to be king anymore when it gets a bit tricky. I think that's like David Cameron resigning after Brexit vote.
But the thing is, right, we also have to think about it from this way.
I appreciate how strongly you stay in law when I've just made a fully UK politics reference, and you just like, no, I'm not having that.
No,
we're still in story.
Bro, you have to deal with me when I go, like, y'all gonna be bisexual, end of day, it's night, who's he whatsies? You know, we both throw each other through
just being a little
loops.
silly, a little treat.
Exactly. This is how we do it, though. This is how it works for us. No, okay, the only thing I will say about that is, I feel like we have to remember what happened, like, with Owen, with Foolish dying multiple times for the kingdom. I feel like that's where it comes into play, where a lot of the members may then, I guess,
well, yeah,
not blame him, because...
But isn't he, like, immortal?
Is he?
I don't know, he's come back. So I've been reading a lot of immortality books.
Oh, yeah.
People write a lot about immortality.
Yeah, where are you finding all these from? I didn't know we had this.
From it's just from my time by travels and such.
Oh, you've been traveling?
Yeah, in my mind.
Oh,
traveling in my mind.
Dude, I go to bed. I pop an edible and I just go to my mind labyrinth and I think about all these books and I think of crazy stories.
Exactly. Come here.
Okay. Fine.
Look, in character now.
Have we not been?
No, I'm just making sure. Double check, making sure.
Okay. Hashtag double check, yeah.
I will never agree. I will never agree that that's what you should do. Because I'm all about preserving things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I'm all about, this is like one of the most notable things of the thing, and it's now gone because someone got overly attached to a building.
Isn't that the same for all of us?
Well, no, but those buildings are still there. And now it's gone. And we've lost all that history and all the architecture and the legacy, and because of a tiff. And it wasn't even inflicted by war. It's not even like the spoils of war. It's the spoils of just, I don't know, a crash out.
No, it's the spoils of a burning flame that's been burning for way too long. There's no logic in this, Becky. There's no
exactly
and reasoning.
It's daft.
No.
Yes.
It's emotion.
Daft. Emotion.
And that's okay to not understand it. I don't really understand it either, but I'm trying to think behind that. I'm trying to think behind what I understand. I'm trying to do better with that. I think I can see it.
I understand it. I just disagree.
And that's the way it should be, huh? It's weird.
No, it shouldn't be. It should be there.
No, I just mean not that going. I mean understanding one another, you know. I don't know, man. I feel like we're heading to an interesting point.
Yeah, flat ground.
Ayo. No. I mean war.
Well, why?
Not war.
The kingdom's been like neutered.
No. I mean, you know, everyone, you know, there's this whole thing with obviously bad and foolish, right? But I feel like not a lot of people are really looking at Pangy and Ross. They are definitely the two that would step up to be the next leaders of each of their factions, and they are way more impulsive than
maybe
two.
If Ross did it, then maybe they'd actually do something. The kingdom just kind of go there and go, oh, look at me, I'm the kingdom.
I would be scared of what Yellow would turn into under Ross's command. Not in a bad way, but
I'd be
also not in a good way.
I'd be excited.
That's the thing. I think I would be too, but I don't know how it would change her. If she became head of Yellow, the you know, commander.
Yeah. Maybe something would actually get done around here. Goodness gracious.
The problem is Ross has too much reason. She has too much emotion. So when these things happen, and if one single person goes up to her and says, "You're not valid for feeling like this," she will genuinely question herself to the point of no return. I think that's the problem. She's so unsure of herself because the faction that she used to fall on isn't around anymore.
Yeah, so that she should be angry at the king and usurp him and throw a military coup, and then no more king, idiot king.
Fan fiction?
Idiot king. No, I'm the narrator. Idiot king. And so then it becomes like a warlord, and that you're there, and you just make sure that if anyone ever says no, you're not valid, actually it's no, you're not valid, and that's not whimsical, you go, don't listen to them, Roz, you are, do whatever you want. Hey. And then you can, like, you know.
I think I'm honestly proud of her.
I'm upset. I might be the most upset that the castle's gone, because it's a lot of history and a lot of architecture and a lot of value in knowledge, and it's all gone. And when there are more people in the future, they will not see the castle, and that's bad, and I do not like that.
That's okay.
Because I'm archiving things. That's my thing.
And
my property value has plummeted. That was part of the skyline, and now I can't put anything on the forefront of the damn Rightmove listing because the bloody castle's gone. Did she think about that? No. I feel like there should have been a homeowners association meeting about all this, because goodness gracious, like I've gambled all my savings away in this casino, and I have nothing. This was all invested in this property, and part of that I deliberately picked this great plot of land because of its lovely panorama that it has, and now there's just a crater and half a flag and a like weird tower that was always weird. And now and all the future generations,
it's okay.
All the future generations born from, I don't know, really close best friends, they won't have a castle to see. There's just that one painting.
Don't you have a picture somewhere of all the castle, where are all the paintings?
We have I don't have that one up, but it exists. I can get it up.
I can get it. I mean, do you want to get it or me?
I can clear this wall. Do you mind being cleared?
No. Oh, detective, where's my coffee?
Oopsie. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I have to go in 1 minute, but
I'll put it on the wall.
I want to continue this chat the next time you're around. When are you next on? Is it raining?
Probably tomorrow or the day after.
Raining.
Why is it still raining?
I did what I was supposed to.
Well,
how do we get? Oh, dang it, now.
No, I don't agree. I'll never agree. I'll never agree with the wanton destruction just because of emotion. That's just daft. Everyone loses.
I'm not saying there's a right way or wrong way to think of it, but I used to be the exact same. Every time Ross would come to me about something back months ago, I'd be so confused because I couldn't physically understand the emotion behind it. All I could understand is the logic. I was so stuck in it where I'd be so stubborn, and I'd be like, this makes seriously no sense to me. But I think something about dying and rebirth and becoming a monster and then coming back as this has made me try and think about things a bit more clear. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, but
it's bad.
I'm trying. Yeah, shut up, you.
It's bad.
One thing I do know is you're still looking pretty, though.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do I look purpley at all? Do I look like I'm sparkling at all yet?
You always look like you're sparkling.
No, but specifically like purpley sparkles at all, anything like that.
I can't see any purple sparkles. Why?
It's fine. No, I'm fine.
Wait, what's wrong?
It's fine. It's fine.
No, talk to me. Talk to me.
No, you have to go in 1 second.
No, come on, don't leave me.
I'm going to get that big painting, and I'm going to tape it to the outside of my window, so you can pretend that the view is still there.
Okay. Well, I'll maybe you'll be sparkling tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
I think you're sparkling now, though.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mwah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have fun making it look pretty. Good luck.
You
got this. Amy out.
Hello everyone. That was a bit of just random story. We accidentally just do improv sometimes. Yeah, I think. I'm establishing my. Yeah, thanks, Amy. I'm gonna be bisexual. I don't know what the bit is. I don't know where it's come from. I guess probably. I guess we were luring. Yeah, see how Becky doesn't get it and doesn't like that it's gone, because that's like, it goes against what the hell she does all the time, is to like preserve and archive and maintain, and this is like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna blow it up cuz, and I'm like, do you want to know you know what, not much, I don't, I don't think I do want to know the light alchemy bisexual law. No. You know, and I'm thinking about it. I don't think so. I don't think I do. You start streaming, got any advice for me? Not particularly. Watch your own VODs. Watch your own VODs. Right. That's my advice. All right, we gotta get through these books. We are to... What's this? Have we done this one? Yeah, okay, we're gonna go to the next one. There's 4 left. Wow, chat. Wow, there's 4. 4 left. This one's called Eternal Flame. It's inspired by it's called Eternal Flame. It's by Erica Moon. If you don't know what we're doing, if you just come in and we were loring, we're now basically, this is a project that I've been working on, is that I want to fill my library, this in-game library, with real books that the community have written. So I'm now at the very end of the last set of submissions, and we're about to finish this. And so I'm reading people's writing. The little housekeeping rules are we do not critique, we just enjoy, and we celebrate the fact that this is all written by people and that it is good, and we need to keep writing and keep making things for ourselves, okay? So this one, yeah, it's called Eternal Flame. It's by Erica Moon. It's inspired by Tina's and Bad's characters and the way they might have met in the past. So that's the latest. Eternal Flame. Here we go. Too bad I don't know what to read. Well, I read it out. You don't need to. Okay. There once was an eternal flame. Some called them a holy flame, some called them the flame of sin. The flame, when asked, would call itself lonely. At least until one day when the sound of metallic chimes rings out loudly in the dark space. The little flame shook in fear, taking a moment to listen to these new sounds. What first felt like a hearty roar softens into a grizzled voice. The little flame yelled out, "Who are you? Where are you? Who are you? Where are you? How did you know I was here? Your screams can be heard for miles, my dear, and that is not a voice meant to be ignored." The flame crackled with something it had never experienced before, hope. "So you've come for me? Why? To set you free. It has been long enough, and quite frankly, I care very little for the demands of those unwilling to face a torment similar to what you've endured. And what exactly is this place?" A soft laugh can be heard from the elder flame. "Why don't I show you? Are you ready?" Thank you for the raid, by the way. Welcome. I'm reading community-submitted books. The little flame felt a stab of fear. Ready for what? Where are you? What's happening? You've spent far too long having your actions and fate be determined by an overbearing force that holds all the cards. I'd rather not be included in that long list of tormentors. Thank you. Hold on. There once was an eternal... Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah. I shall not act until you are ready for it. So, my dear, I ask again. Are you ready? The little flame pressed forward, deeper into the dark. Yes, I am. I can't read. In but an instant, the little flame felt the universe anew. There was so much sound, so much light. Had it died? Slowly opening its eyes, the little flame looked around and saw what could only be described as possibility, life, and choice. The little flame could be anything now. And glancing up towards its rescuer, the little flame quickly saw that the elder flame, aptly named, was also just a simple bluish flame that had nearly snuffed out coals in an old campfire. My apologies, but with how this is your first time out in this world, I thought it best to start you off with an understanding that you are real, that I am real, that all of this is real. You are free now, at least to the best of my abilities. I'm sorry, it was never my intention to cause that harm, but I must confess I sense more danger and pain yet to come. What have I done to deserve this? It's not what we deserved, whispered the elder flame. It's what they expect us to put up with. Put up with? You say this like it was a punishment. Did I do something? People fear that which they do not understand, and they seek to cage that which they cannot control. The little flame looked down and spotted a small engraved metallic box in the softly swaying grass. That box was for me? Unfortunately, yes, small as it may be, and yet I have experienced smaller things. I can destroy it if you'd like. No, yelled the little flame. No, I'd like to leave it intact if that's all right with you. Of course, but why? For the little flame, there was always that cruel darkness, but for every moment spent in darkness, there was familiarity too. The dark is scary, but so is the flame. Perhaps that was the point. It was a cage, whispered the little flame, but it's my cage, and as such, only I can decide what will become of it. The elder flame crackled. In that case, what would you propose we do with it? Can you keep it for me? The elder flame burned bright. Of course, it shall be done. The elder flame quickly engulfed the box in its blue flame. In an instant, it was gone, like it never existed. It's very good. They feared what you were capable of, but I don't. Time is too short, and there's so much to see, to do, to learn, to love. To love? Questioned the little flame. What could there possibly be left in this world to love? Everything. From a flicker of a spark there yields a flame from which a desolate place may finally know warmth, no comfort, no life, and persist. Despite it all, we will persist. For what is love if not eternal persistence? The little flame looked up to the sky above as its horns began to grow. Is it worth it to have experienced something so beautiful if you know it will only end in pain? Elder flame no longer, the being turned to her and flashed a razor-sharp smile. It is a pleasure to burn. May we all be so lucky. Oh, that's really pretty. It's very, like, abstract. Because it says about teams and bad characters. It kind of gets there at the end, but, like, it's very much like a kind of, you know, piece about life and what it is to live and love. That's so nice. Well written as well. Thank you, Erica, for that. It's very good. Let's pop that in the pros box. Thank you very much for the submission there. We're going to go to the next one. Okay, next one. This one's short. I just didn't get to it yesterday. This is called Joy and Whimsy by 908. Re-upload it. It's a little poem, I think. There's not really... It's just a little wave as the notes. Pangy, pangy, joy and whimsy, flowers and happiness also pretty. For what could go wrong playing with some purple stuff? Pangy, pangy, I worry for the joy and whimsy. You ignore the monster on your arm. Who could it harm? Pangy, pangy, it's time to say goodbye as Luki is enjoying life as you die. Close your eyes or go to bed, for when you wake up, you will not be him. Pangy, pangy, what has happened? The world can be scary, but as long as we stay with corruption, everything will be okay. Don't let them take it away. Interesting. I feel like that's like from the perspective of the corruption, sort of. Like the bad in it. Like, oh, there's no harm in messing with this stuff, and oh no, don't let them get rid of it. Blah blah blah. Nice. Thank you, 908. I don't know what 908 is. That's the author name. But thank you for writing that. I'm putting it in poetry. Okay, next one. This one's called A Tale Half Written by Sanity Spire. It's apparently a sort of love letter to some of my favorite things about the realm. There's a lot of love and dedication pours into the stories told on the server. So we will read it. There's corruption enjoyers, not the investors. I'd imagine so. Okay. Ready? Next one. Let me have a little sleep. A little snooze. A little snooze. It's just me alone again. I'm alone. These guys need to actually fuck off. I should have asked Amy to get rid of them when they were actually here. I can try and like just purl up to it, I suppose. Hold on, I'm gonna get him. Right, you. Get out of here. Thank you. Oh, 16 leather. Yay. What is going on up here? I think I might have put those there though, actually, now I'm saying that. Oh well, we'll leave it there. Okay, cool. Dealt with. Alrighty. Okay. Right. This one is called A Tale Half Written by Sanity Spire. I'll put the music on. I took the music off because we were getting quite serious lore bit, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. Don't know if I want that, you know? Okay. Once upon a realm, there were players from far and wide. These players were more than just that, in truth. They were storytellers. They lived their stories, and as they encountered one another, their stories grew and changed together. Sometimes the stories would be of grand adventures where players worked together to overcome the odds. Sometimes the stories would be of rivalry where player conflicts reshaped the systems of their world. Sometimes the stories would be of great evils that loomed above them all, watching, waiting. But most of all, the stories would be about purpose, players dedicating their lives to gain great power, to the pursuit of knowledge, or even to searching within themselves for their own truth and their own meaning. To lead, to follow, to totally change the game, they all had their roles to play. The good, the bad, the hero, the villain. These words mean so much, yet so very little in the story, changing and shifting depending on who tells the tale. Like that. You who reads this now, you play a part as well. Your actions, your intentions, and all their consequences. The story that you live, breathe, and bleed. What story do you mean to tell? Are you aware that you're of what you're capable of, the beautiful creation, the ruthless destruction? As you carve out your place in this realm, you shall come to understand its nature, your nature. Be mindful on your journey and beware. A happy ending is never guaranteed. Player, storyteller, outworlder, holder of many names. There is little I may say to guide you, but I will say this. A soul is a precious thing, fragile. Binding it to contracts, meddling with powers that may warp its nature. It may grant you what you seek, but all things come at a cost. Just be certain that you are willing to pay it. Farewell, storyteller. May the stars shine brightly through your darkest hour. That's so nice. I've noticed there's like a lot of I think maybe because of the life system on the realm, like a lot of really thought-provoking pieces about like using your life well, which I think is a really nice like thread to have like running through as like a narrative is that like don't waste your life, don't waste your one life. We only have one, you should live it, make sure you love, like, you know, don't mess with your soul. I really like all that. That's also, that's great. Thank you Santi Spire for A Tale Half Written. Thank you. Right. Is that you? Oh, sick. Hell yeah. Well, no, that was lovely. Thank you for submitting. Okay, this is the last book, guys. This is the last one. This is the final submission we're doing. This is sick. Okay. All right. This is the last one we have. Okay, this is called 14 Lines by Mono by Themselves. Okay, let's upload it. What's that one? It just says this is about the realm. That's all it says. All right, last one, guys. Lock in. It's supposed to be the last one. No, it's not. You didn't do it on purpose. It's just that was the last one submitted. But thank you for submitting it. I appreciate it. Okay. They used to look towards the stars at night when he enjoyed the rain's painful... sorry, I'll start again. I should read this one properly. They used to look towards the stars at night when he enjoyed the rain's playful dancing before the robe ripped him from the bed of light, binding their flesh beyond their cursed grave. She who witnessed his death and took the blame, toils alone, none eyes but a demon's. The horn's architect writhed in the burden of his bane. Rain set alight, scorch her yellow colours. Our relation is ours alone, she said, like a mass of hair. They are tied by fate, stabs at the heart or maces heavenward, pull them tighter, away by both ends. This is really good. He relishes in the pain of rain, and she descends from blue skies lacking restraint. That's so good, Mono. That's so sick. I love that. It's really, I love the word use. Oh man, that's so good. Thank you very much, Mono, for that one. Okay, wait. Let me pop that in there. Dude, that's it. We did it. I now need to dye these and put them on the shelf. But before I, like, do that, like, get on with it, just a huge thank you to everyone. I was like, oh, I think this would be a fun thing to have. The library would have books. And I was just not prepared for the quality and the creativity and the just level to which we were writing. I was thinking, oh, most of these are going to be joke books. And we got some joke books and they were great and they made me laugh a lot. But there was so much just excellent work, really great writing, taking such really... just, I don't know, complex concepts, and like I just loved seeing everyone's different interpretations of how they thought about these different things, whether it was realm related, there was a lot about immortality and like life usage, but there was also just loads of completely unrelated things. We learned about some D&D characters, we learned about, I don't know, some complete OC stuff. We read really, really lovely poetry that was just incredible to just read it, just, I don't know, the way I enjoyed reading them all out loud as well, because it was this like, it was just so fun. Thank you so much for doing it. Thank you for submitting. I know that I'm a writer. I know that it is really scary to share what you've written with people. It's very, like, it's tied so closely to your emotions when you write. It's such a, you're kind of bearing part of yourself when you write creatively. And I'm like very honored that you guys felt comfortable submitting those for me to read to everyone, to a public audience. That's awesome. And I'll see about what we can do about where we might be able to put all of these, or like where the map might end up going in the future. But I just think just having all of this documentation of all of these books that you guys have all written, just great work. Like I said, we need to keep writing. It's really important right now. There's a lot of things coming up which in, tech that are trying to, for some reason, take away and get in the way of our ability to write and make us not feel like we need to, and make us, you know, and be like, no, use this thing instead of actually making your own stuff. And it's so important right now to just keep creating things from your own brain because you want to, because it's fun. Like, I think it's just so important, and I really appreciate that you guys did do that for this. And I think it's just been really great. So thank you. That's like kind of technically the end of the project for the community library. I'm going to dye these the right colors and then slot them onto various shelves. So all of the shelves are populated. And then we're like done with it. And it's just sick. I really like in this server, which is very like not officially story based, but there's a lot of stories. And I think that like fleshing this out with like all of these headcanons, these stories from you guys, because you guys love the stories as well, is just awesome. And I'm just really glad that you did it. I'm really glad that you guys did that. And it's great. Like, these are all just original works. And then if anyone comes into this library, they'll just be able to go, oh, and that's just a written book by someone who's written something themselves. And I think that's fucking sick. And it's exactly what I wanted. But like, I needed you guys to actually do that for that to work, you know? So I'm very happy with how it's gone, and I do appreciate it a lot. See, maybe put the one my friend wrote. So I didn't actually do a full organized thing, so I do not know. But I think there'll be, when I get a minute, I'm gonna probably do more of a deep dive in like where I put the books. Right now, I've just kept them in vague, like in the category boxes, and I put them, so like, this is like in Realm, these ones are poetry, and then these ones are like prose in general. And then I think these ones are the jokey ones. I haven't put a sign for those ones yet. But I need to populate these up here with some kind of section. And for what it's worth, I'm not going to make any other Realm players read books, because not everyone wants to read books, but I will be giving a note in that, like, where they might want to find certain books that they might want to read about their characters, and also just where to look, and if they want to go in and grab a couple and read them, then, like, they can. But that means the shelves are filled, that my library actually has books in it, which is awesome, which I'm very glad about, because it didn't for ages, and it just looks populated, and I love that. So I'm now I guess I'm gonna go get the dyes and try and dye these books. So what color so we did, okay, I need to remember. We did, for the prose, I think we did blue, right? Yeah, we did blue. For the poetry, we did red. And then for the realm, we did purple. And then I think for the jokes, we did yellow. Yeah, I'm right. I'm always right. Ha 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 ha. So I'm gonna need to go and get all of those. Purple, red, blue, and yellow. So I've got plenty of blue. I need more red, I think. Blue, red, yellow I've got lots of. And purple I've also got lots of. How many do I even need? So I need 10. So 10 yellow. I'll just pop them in there. So I need 27 plus 36, 45, 46. 46 blue. No, 40, yeah. 46. Hang on. 46, and then purple is poetry. That's 26 purple. Oh, we've got enough then. Library cards. Oh, that's cute. Wait. Oops. 26. And then this one is realm, and that was... Wait, no. Poetry was red, wasn't it? I lied. Poetry's red, so we actually do have enough still. Poetry red. And that's 25. There you go. Bang. Bang. Right. Yellow giggles. Exactly. Wonderful project. Yeah, be proud of yourself if you did submit. If you didn't, that's fine. There's no problem. If you did submit a book, it's there now. So, and keep writing, guys, please. there was some fucking great work here. Like, really, really genuinely good work. Like, this isn't like, I'm not just buttering you guys up. I was reading it like, fucking hell. Like, you guys really know what you're doing. Because I didn't know what to expect. You know, you guys are Twitch chats. I don't know what how your guys' brains work. Like, you know, it's just great. It's just great. It makes me happy a lot. It makes me happy. Let me grab leather. I think we'll go into here anyway. All right. They go in there maybe. Spruce sign. I'm attempting to keep my shit like, you know, somewhat tidy right now because otherwise I will lose track of it again. These are the silly ones. Oop. Silly / meta, to be fair. Not all of them are silly. Some of them are just like real life based. That's some non-fiction. I might end up writing some bits and bobs, but right now I'm actually doing pretty good for the amount of slots of the library. This stuff's filling up. I will be real. There's a lot. Okay, do this. I've just got to now go through and craft all these. Bing, bing. Bang, 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 bang. Beep, 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 beep. But keep crafting. I'm mad crafting, guys. I'm mad crafting. It's such nice. It looks really nice, doesn't it? I just picked the prettiest colors, to be honest. I picked the ones that I like the look of the most. The purple looks really good as well. God, what is happening with all the wandering traders? I'm not even building anything. Like, I'm not usually don't. What are actually the spawn conditions for wandering traders? I genuinely have no idea. I never use them because they don't really sell anything good. I don't know what makes them spawn. I thought it was building, but then there's 2 that have spawned now, and I haven't built a single thing. I've just been picking up shulkers and putting them back down. Didn't realize it'd be good for content. Well, as long as it, like, Gothic is fine. We had some really angsty bits come in here, like. Okay, pop those in there. They're done. And red. These are the poetry books. Bap, bap, bap. Poem. God, this playlist is setting me back. I'm only listening to this playlist because it's all DMCA free and my sound's broken, so it's currently not being split. It's being baked in. So I'm trying to make sure I don't get muted because I don't want the VOD to get muted while somebody's book's being read, because that would suck. Once every minute in 40-minute chunks. What the fuck? Well, 2 of them was you're saying it must have hit twice then, right? In like quick succession, because like one spawned on the roof and then one spawned just down there. Unless he's wandered over. He is a wandering trader, so that would make sense. A character playing to the realm being... Yeah, no, I really like that one. I remember that one. I like it. And this is what I mean. I really liked the kind of, let's take a concept, and you guys would always... You'd think of a really cool concept as well as executing it really well, which is really awesome. Okay. Pop those in there. Ads are going to start again in less than a minute. We're going to just jump up here. Up. Up. I'm glad I preloaded the books because like we're at 2 hours already and that was with lore. I did read it. It's in there. I think the VOD from Thursday. Yeah, it would have been the VOD from Thursday, I think. I missed lore. You just missed it, Willow. You have to just watch this section of the VOD in the middle when Amy comes up, because we actually start loring. Hang on. Boom, 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 boom. Aw. Right, I'm gonna go kill another guy. Hang on. While the ads are gonna start in a second. But yeah, guys, like, this fucking dude. Brother, move. Okay. Guys, like, you know, I'm really glad I've been able to do this project. I really appreciate you guys actually submitting books. I didn't know if you would. I was like, I hope that there's enough submissions that this isn't just quite embarrassing. But in fact, I'm gonna have to, like, really have a look for... Oh, I have a post box now. Okay. Sick. I'm gonna have to really have a look for space to put these ones in, but I will fit them all in. There is enough space just in the shelves. There's still gaps in the shelves, so I'll put the leather up here and the leashes. Where'd I put the leash? I think they go more like there. I look like a part of Grian. Do I? Or does Grian look like me? Why is the man a blueprint? Respected streamer, what would you say is your favorite type of... Ooh, type of, like, brand? Opsho? Do you mean a brand of meat? Or, like, a veggie meat? Or, like, what is the best thing to eat fake? Oh, what would I say is the best thing to substitute? I'm generally trying... Sausages, I think I find pretty good. I think sausages... Because I think sausages are quite, Sausages are quite weird meat anyway. So it kind of translates quite well to, veggie meat. Also, there's a brand, Linda McCartney. There's a brand... That's a brand of veggie meat. They do these sausage rolls and they taste very good. Those are some of my favorites. Least favorite is, like, steaks. Stuff where, like, the entire point of it is that it's a piece of meat, and I never really understand why they bother making, like, fake steaks, because I'm like, well, but if I wanted a steak, why am I trying to replace a steak? The whole point of steak is that I'm just, like, consuming meat. That's kind of the vibe. Mince meat. Like, mince is pretty good, too. Yeah, you can't, like... Corn egg bites, those go crazy. The corn picnic eggs. Any corn picnic egg enjoyers, they go insane. They're great. Good stuff. Kenna, thank you so much for the 59 bits. That's very specific. Greetings for Costa Rica. Hell yeah. Welcome. Hi. All right. Let's go find some fucking shelf space for these boys. Let's try the jokey bits first. Do I have enough space to put them here? How many do I have? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It would be pretty full, but I don't see why not. I'll try and make it so there's at least, like, one gap in every shelf first, but I think I'm gonna have to fill up some of these shelves. There's one gap. There's 2 of the shelves need to be filled up. Or do we do it like that? Yeah, okay. Sure. I'm gonna move this one. No, I'm gonna move this one to there, though. Yeah. Okay, joke books are done. 5 years. That's crazy, up. That's crazy. They taste better than the real thing. I'd say yes. Okay. What book mods? I only use Scribble. Scribble's the only one I'm using. There are other ones, but I don't use them. I literally just use Scribble. That's just the one that makes me able to, like, color this. It did make me properly sad though when Amy was saying how, like, the castle got covered in sand and then Roz was waiting for a kingdom member to log in so they could help her remove the sand, and nobody did for days. That's so sad. You're a newbie on Twitch. Welcome, honey. How you doing? Welcome in. I'm your first streamer that you've clicked on. What's up? Hey. If you see the letters KEKW, that means it's a laughing face. That's all I gotta help you. Highest level player. Oh my god. Yeah, that made me sad. That made me sad. I was like, no. Okay, so then I've got... This is pros. Hang on. The day they removed it is I'm logged in. Well, yeah, no, but it'd been a while at that point, right? So that's round, that's poetry. This one's the prose shelves, but there's also these, which I feel like we could probably do some filling up with. No. I'm gonna just take these upstairs and start, because I want to, you know, I want the library to look populated throughout, really. So logged on specific to remove it. Well, he took too much time. Like, they can't wait forever to do it, you know. I'm just trying to like place these like randomly kind of, but it's quite hard to do because I only have a certain amount on my hotbar. What's your favorite color? My least favorite color. There's a very specific blue color of cars, and I hate it. It's like specific. It's called, I think it's Metropolitan Blue, and it's used on certain cars. I absolutely hate the color. I think it's a disgusting color. It doesn't for cars. Maybe it looks nice if it's on other things, but it's not a good color for cars. That's my one specific color I can think of that I really don't like. Generally, though, I like every color in certain context, you know. Boop, 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 boop. But every other color, I just kind of like them. I like them. I like using different colors. Okay, do we do one face of this? Do we move these to there? Is that the vibe? Do we move this as the new batch in all of this upstairs space? I might try that. If not, if it looks too full, then I'll move them. It's quite fiddly, okay? I will say. Quite fiddly thing, this. I don't want any full shelves. Fuchsia is my least favorite. Hold on, let me have a look. Fuchsia. Ooh, I get you, but I do find it quite pleasant to look at, though. Time advantage on Vandership. Now listen, I just think they're neat, okay? Marge Simpson, I'm like Marge Simpson, I just think they're neat. Pop these back in the box. Pop these back in the shulker box. Box for the box. Box for the shulker box. What have we got the least of? Well, just about the round ones. I think we'll use these shelves for this. She's talking about Vandership. Listen, okay? It's hard to know, okay? And I had my suspicions. I wasn't like completely like oblivious. I just hadn't done the thing yet. It takes quite a lot of time and money and effort to do the thing. What's the pretty color? Pink one? Bum, ba-dum, bum. Do you know other games in Minecraft? Not generally on Twitch, but I might. On occasion. Hello, Pangolin. I'm crying at the delivery of Roz. You grieved. That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, fuck me then, Pangy. What the hell, dude? Are you kidding? Right then. Why? Fuck me, I guess. No. Oh, he's back. Hi again. He's going to deign me with a reply today. Look a bit thin on the ground. I don't know whether I should move that. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, there's two more. I am just back. That, and then that there. This one? There you go. Hello? Oh, hey, man. For what it was worth, if he had left again, I would have fully gone and checked if he was live and then complained in his chat. That was the next plan. Like I'm just being annoying today, I think. Okay. God, this is a bit of a throwback. I know these songs way too well. I really don't know if I should know these songs too well. These tunes, I just used to listen to them so much. It was like my Rats. I think this is my Rats playlist, so I listen to it a lot. I streamed a lot of Rats. What has the least? That's got 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3. You want that one or that? That one. Okay, sick. Oh wait, no, there's two more. I'm an idiot. Then that needs another one. And then that one can go there. That one. 9 by 9, but it would be too small for a single block. Yeah, that's the thing. They'd get too little, babby. Okay, this one. That one. Sick. My GPA. What's that? My grandpa? He's not here. What's the is it a grandpa? That's for the Rats SMP. I was that big wide rat. I'm not American. Sorry, I'm not American. No, I'm not. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Grades. Oh, but do you guys do like A, B, C? I don't have a GPA. Can you not hear it? Guys, my library, guys. My library. It's populated upstairs and down. Look. Look. Behold. It's fully populated. Yay! Yay! Grade point average. What does that mean? Is it a number? Oh, 4.0. Oh god, I don't know what that one is. I can put. Is there like a converter? Do you think I could convert it? I'm doing great. Oh, good. Oh, excellent. I'm good. Yes. You can convert. Hold on. I'm going to try and convert it. GPA calculator, British grades. Country, United Kingdom. What? GCSE. Okay, wait, so I got, I got like that. I found a calculator. Okay, wait, I'm putting my GCSEs into the GPA calculator, okay? I'm putting the numbers of my grades in. Okay, get rid of them. It's calculating. Where does it give me the number? Where does it give that to me? Do I just, I mean, I guess I can just do some, hold on, let me do some maths real quick, as I did get an A in my maths GCSE. I don't really know how that happened. So it translates pretty directly, but an A and an A star, it says it's both graded at 4. It's stuck on calculating. It's stuck on calculating. British GCSE grades. I'm gonna do this. We're in this now to GPA. Oh, okay. So A star and A both are both a 4. Okay. So 3 times 5. That. So I got 5 B's, which is 3s, and 5 A's, and an A star. So that's 5 times 4, which is 4 times 5. No, 6 times 4. There we go. 24 plus 3 times. See, I'm really good at maths, guys. 3 times 5, which is 15, is that divided by 11. I got a 3.54545454545 GPA. My GPA was 3.545454545. Is that good? Is that good, chat? Is that good? Did I win? Did I win school? 3.4545545. No, 3.54545. I don't know. Is that good? I don't know. I don't understand. Hello.
Hello.
Hiya.
What's up? How you doing?
Oh, good. I'm just lamenting the sudden loss of a large part of our architectural history and cultural significance that has been ripped away.
You could just say of the castle being gone.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's what it means to me.
Oh. Well, I had nothing to do with this, by the way, just so you know. This wasn't me.
Oh, okay. I wasn't saying it was you. Nice dress. Very pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, have you ever been on a date before?
I've dabbled.
Yeah? What do you do on a date?
Where is the date?
So, for a tax write-off, no, I have nothing. For tax purposes, I'm going on a date with Lukey today.
Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah.
That's so left field. I'm shocked.
Yeah. Usually people don't
Wow. You would have
think
guessed.
that I'm a lefty, you know, but
Yeah.
I quite am. Problem is, last night I was supposed to prepare something, but I went out drinking, got home at 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and then today I had a hangover and I had to study all day, so I have 0 preparation.
Did you enjoy drinking? What did you drink?
Like 15 shots and like 4 beer.
Bloody hell! 15 shots of what?
Strong liquor. I don't even know what
You
it
don't
was.
even
I don't even
know?
remember. I don't even remember what it was. I can't lie.
Oh,
I have
okay,
zero
yeah,
clue
fun.
what I
Okay,
drank that
good.
night.
So you were hungover, and so what's the problem? You haven't.
Well, the problem is, I have a date in approximately an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
I have nothing, and I know Lukey is not gonna do shit. So
But who was expected? Were these expected to do stuff?
no, I did not expect him to do anything. I can't lie.
But is he
The
expecting
thing is-
you to do stuff?
Well, you gotta do something, right? What else are you gonna do? Fish
People have done that.
on dates?
Yeah, you know, sunset fishing.
Okay, you have a husband, right? What if your
I do.
husband goes like, Becky, we're going on a date, and then you go fishing?
Well, I personally wouldn't like that. I guess you just want to do something that the other person wants to do. What does he like doing?
That's a really good question. What would he? What does Lukey
He goes to
like?
uni. Maybe you should go to uni on a date.
I
likes
think I'm
going to
good.
uni, okay.
I'm done with school in a week, so I kind of don't want to
Oh, congrats.
do that. Yeah,
Like for
thank you,
good,
thank you.
or like that's
Yeah, for good, for
Oh,
good.
congratulations!
Yeah.
Have you done exams then?
I have my last exam on Thursday.
Oh,
I have
hell
one
yeah.
tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then I'm done. So we're getting
Woohoo.
there. What if I just go drinking with him? I'm good at that.
Yeah, that's a date thing.
Do you think so?
Go to the pub. That's a date.
Is that a British thing? I've never heard that
pub?
really in the Netherlands. Yeah? No, just going to a pub on a date.
Yeah, like that. That's yeah. You get a drink with someone. That's a date. Getting a drink.
Okay.
You know, you go and get a drink with a person. So you go. Well, we do it at pubs, I guess, or bars.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a little. You just sit and talk and drink things.
Oh.
You know, it loosens up the conversation.
Well, I know there's a pub around here, right?
There is a pub. You could go to the
tavern
pub.
over there.
It
Yeah.
yeah, you could. I mean, there's okay. What else is there?
Are there more pubs around?
I don't know. There's sort of pub-like buildings over there, but I don't know if they're actually pubs. I think that's the only actual
Yeah.
pub technically. There's museums. That's a nice date. There's coffee. That's quite a normal date, or a meal, a restaurant.
Yeah. Ooh. Like a dinner date?
Dinner date. Yeah.
Okay. What if I just build a new bar for me and Lukey, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't tell him like, you know, I wouldn't. I'd be a bit intimidated, I think, if I was going on a date with someone and with a guy, and he was like, oh, let's go to this place. I know a place. I'm like, okay, and then he's like, I built this bar just for us to have a date at it. Like, I feel like it'd just be a little.
No, then you know he's committed. No.
Yeah, no, I just don't, because if he's not. If he's, you know, it might just be a bit of a big step to be like, I build this entire structure just so we can have a date in, because it's not casual then, is it? It's not so casual.
That makes sense. Okay. I think I can figure something out. I think I can figure something out. Thank you, Becky.
Swimming?
I appreciate it.
Swimming?
In this weather.
Well, you know, it'll be
Right.
wet.
I'll make them wet. Don't worry, Becky. I'll see you later.
I hate elytras. Actually, he's not even got an elytra. It's just bloody trident. Have an above average GPA. Oh my god, there he is. Hi, Lukey. Wow. One of us, he hates at least one of us. I hope it's not me. I wonder who, I don't know. Couldn't possibly know. Did you say in an hour? Good luck. 3.7 is excellent. Oh, I'm decent then. I've got a decent GPA. We don't do those though. We just do it like based on subject, I guess. All the men. No. Well, you know, it's mutual, so maybe yes, that's fine. That's fine, that's chill. Guys, I'm happy and I'm well, and this is good because I have filled my library and I finished the community books. And I don't say that because, oh, I'm done. It's more like in a happiness of, I did the thing and I completed a project for once ever. Oh my God, I never do that. And I'm happy and I'm proud that we've all done that. And I'm glad I can have facilitated very wonderful literature to be added to this game world. And I think it's just really cool. I've never worked on a project, this build project at this level before. And I think it's just very immersive and I love immersion. I love immersion. I'm so pro immersion, bro. I'm immersion pilled. So I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to head off now because I need to, it's crazy. I have basically a lot of like admin stuff to do at the moment and I can't really say why at this point in time, but you will find out at some point in time. And it's just like admin and just stuff. And it takes up a lot of my day and it's annoying because I want to stream and I can't. But I promise it's worth. I promise it's good stuff. But yeah, I'm going to head. I'll send you guys out to Pangy because then you get to watch the date. So that's fun. And I will fix my sound. I will fix my sound for next time because that pissed me off that I can't believe I only noticed it was broken as I started. That's annoying as fuck. Right, I'm gonna go and send you guys to Pangy. Enjoy your evening. When am I live? Am I live tomorrow or not? Tomorrow is Monday, so I don't think so. I'm not gonna be live tomorrow, but I will be live Tuesday and Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're actually doing a little sponsored stream, guys. Okay, so I'd really appreciate it if you were to come and hang out with me for that one. It's going to be a normal stream. It will also just have a bit of a sponsor going on. And so I always appreciate that. And if if you're ever like, oh, I don't know how to support a streamer, this is a really good way, is by showing up to a sponsor stream and just sitting through the little ad reads because they're fun. Good luck with NPC. Thank you. That is it soon, actually. But yeah, I will be here Tuesday and Wednesday, 2 days in a row. Second Wednesday sponsored, okay? I'll see you guys then. If you're new, please drop a follow. It is free. Check out the Discord and socials at Bekyamon on all of it. You can come hang out in the Discord with the others. And yeah, go say hi to Hanky. I hope his date goes well. And I'll see you guys Tuesday. Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye.